Hello, everyone, and welcome to this evening's episode of Tabletop Role-Playing Theater, where a gathering of some of the finest in nerdery that you will see around us play some Dungeons and Dragons. Joining us tonight, you all know and love them. This is the fabulous cast of Mist Fortune, and today's session is a little special. It is part one of the Battle of Crimson Witch. The Red Hand campaign has brought them to this penultimate climax. I say penultimate because there's even more after this that's even more fun. But they don't know about it yet. In addition to this stream, we have a variety of other streams on our channel here on Twitch and also on YouTube if you are watching us in the future. If you like what you see, I encourage you to give a like and subscribe. And if you are even really liking us, you could also join us on our Discord, become a part of the discussion, see what new shows we're developing, and maybe even get yourself into one of our games at some point in the future. We run D&D, Pathfinder, Cult Divinity Lost, and some other really crazy campaigns out there. Those are just the big three, I think. We've got some other stuff we're brewing. I know a cyberpunk campaign is in the works too, but we'll get to that. But I think that's all I've got for introductions. Do you players have anything?
Nope.
Apprehension, anxiety?
Oh, tons of that.
It's
No,
time to
not
win us
really.
a fight.
We're gonna die.
Core says, I got this shit, yo.
I got this. I've
High five.
unboxed the dragon. Bare
He's
knuckle.
not afraid of this shit. Let's do this.
Who wants to see our new characters next week?
I'm
Just
playing a
gonna
dwarf.
Welcome back. So, where we last left off, Mist Fortune. The chess pieces have been laid about the board. All of your efforts thus far in this campaign have led up to this moment. And the last few days tick down before the forces of the Red Hand smash into Crimson Witch. You have stood as stalwart defenders, gathering allies, subverting enemies, and preparing for the siege to come. You have destroyed the bridges along the route, particularly at Skull Gorge. You have slain dragons where you could find them. A green dragon, Ozyrandian. A black dragon, Regiriax. You have subverted their attempts to gather infernal allies in the Razor Fiends. And you have presumably prevented the Ghost Lord from supplementing the Red Hand army with undead forces. So now, as you return to Crimson Witch, gathering allies from the dwarves and the elves, you prepare. The battle plans have started to be laid down, but now is the time for you all to really grind the gears on how you are going to defend this city and probably not breathe into your microphones.
Sorry.
So, as a cool splash of water crashes over Tempest's face as he attempts to commune with his bow and to his patron, his god even, Tempest. With that poor roll, I'm afraid, you are not having a whole lot of success. And as you attempt to focus inward, trying to learn, glean, beg for information on what to come, no answers are felt.
Just curse the water. Just damn it! Why is it? It's a river. Why is it so bloody turbulent? Well, no luck here. I wonder what. I would like to go see if I can find Reynard's brother, because he seems like a man of faith who also fights things, and that seems like a good thing to learn from.
Okay. I believe that was the last bit before the next few days we're going to roll by, unless somebody else had something they were doing in the meantime. Because I believe 23 and Kevin and Roman, or Roman's getting drunk and walking around town, but Kevin and 23 were occupied providing an upgrade to 23. Core, what are you doing?
I don't believe I've officially stated it, but Core is definitely like getting to know the troops, partying with them, camaraderie, just doing what she can to raise morale for the fight.
Sure. Make a charisma check. $16. Okay. They seem apprehensive around you at first, but as you joke and smile and get to know them, they let up, becoming a little more relaxed. They even invite you to drink with them, although how that process works for you will ever remain a mystery to many.
Don't need to drink. Core's just there to party.
And party you do. Revelry is had.
Excellent.
Bernard is sitting down to studying. He's working on scrolls and glyphs.
He's already had that done within the first day. At this point, Renard he's basically going around the city making out loose battle maps.
Sure.
The bonuses and penalties of where we might want to engage certain enemies, and trying to make final plans for how we plan on dealing with Abatheriax, should Abatheriax or the other dragons, if they are other dragons, may make their presence known.
Sure. Make an investigation check with advantage. 14. Okay. Going around the town, the western walls and their buildings seem to be what will be the brunt of the attack. And you can see that the soldiers are lining up barricades and palisades along many of the roads leading up to the western wall. There are no buildings knocked down, but windows are shuttered and boarded, reinforced in certain places. And it looks like the soldiers, for their part, are attempting to corral the Red Hand Horde to follow the path of their choosing. Whether or not that works remains to be seen, but there are a series of roads where good kill boxes might be arranged.
I'll take note of those specifically as things that when I plan to speak with the Lord, whose name is in my notes, but I don't currently have in front of me.
Kurdan, Jarmath.
Yes, Lord Kurdan. I'll remember those places and see if he might be wanting to fund some extra traps along the way.
Okay. How about Roman?
Well, after Roman has a nice little visit with 23, bringing him his horse, 24, and having a quick chat, he is going to go try and find Cerulean to have a quick chat.
Okay. Where's Cerulean?
I would say he's probably just finished scribing his new ritual into his book.
Are you in the library of the academy?
I'd say he's leaving it at this point because he's done.
Walking out, Roman is stumbling from place to place, but alive.
Ew.
You all right?
Tried the whole. I haven't drank in a bit, and as 23 was suggesting, maybe it's the whole dying thing, but the walk's kind of getting it out. Is just gonna. Anyways, I figured with things coming up in a day or so, me and you, seeing how we have that link thing, we should have a chat, or I don't know, I've seen you kind of go off and have your moment with whoever she is, and I figured, why don't we have like a group moment together? I figured that would be a good thing.
I mean, yeah. I mean, maybe I haven't. That's a kind of a good point. I haven't spoken to her in a while. We've been so busy. I haven't really had a chance to.
Yeah, I don't know how it works for you. I just kind of, sometimes I'll yell at my sword, but when I was younger, I would just do like prayers by just like silently, just by my bed or, side of a ship. I don't think Tempest has got that yet. It's usually supposed to be quiet and meditative kind of thing, but yeah. But I figured we could do that, and 23 gave me this, but I figure you keep people alive. I'd rather you not die, and I'll give him the cloak of protection.
Well, I feel like you probably need a bit more since you're going to be up in the front.
I thought of that, but like, if you die, you're the one that brings people back. If I go unconscious, you can bring me up. If you go unconscious, I have to find a health potion or something.
Tempest exists.
Are you absolutely sure?
I'm pretty positive. Plus, I can do this now, and he'll cast Blur.
Oh.
Yeah. Was deciding on using that right before I died. I went for the blade because I thought it would be cooler. I'll probably do this next time.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
You just keep doing this, and I'm like, are you doing the "you can't see me" John Cena for your blur? Like your motion for casting blur is "you can't see me."
Just all this just the whole time.
In front of the dragon, just.
I'll give him the whole thing, everything.
Perfect invisibility.
He'll look at it. He'll fold it, like put it over his shoulder for now. Say, "Thank you," but this whole link thing, I'm not quite. It's a bit rare for me to find someone that has some sort of the same thing going that I do, and so I'm not quite sure if we could. I mean, we could try.
I mean, we got to share a dream. I mean, I figure before battle, it doesn't hurt to at least thank them for what they gave us and kind of ask for any last minute inspiration or hope or guidance, God stuff.
I suppose you're not wrong there. I was planning on doing it anyway, but having it, or doing it with someone else, that's not a bad idea, I think.
It is more fun with other people.
It's better with friends.
Yeah. So, you busy? Do you want to do you want to go to the church to do it? I don't know where you best do it.
Well, yours was based in a forest, so, and I can call upon mine wherever I wish. I mean, she prefers certain places, but I think she'll be fine with it either way.
The woods it is. Where's the woods?
Probably across the bridge.
Sounds good. Should we let the other ones know before we go, or?
What time? It's like in the middle of the night, right?
Getting close to it.
They're probably busy or doing their own thing. Plus, we're not going far.
Yeah, 23's got his chest open. They're doing something to that little like static shock thing he does. I don't know.
Well, hopefully they don't break him. That'd be terrible.
So, as you guys flew over here, there were a few trees, but the forest itself is about a day and a half's walk.
So maybe not the forest. Maybe
take the birds.
A tree or two.
Let's just find like a good tree, something that you could sit under, you'd read a book under.
There are orchards around, but the forest itself, the witchwood, has been largely cleared in this particular location.
I think the orchard might be a good place because yours has to do with forest, but still trees and orchards help bring life. So that would help too.
Yeah, I like it.
Go to the orchard.
Making your way out of town towards the orchard only takes 20-30 minute walk, going past the roads themselves. It does not look like a great many defenses have been supported to the northern end of the river, either because the Lord's defenders did not anticipate the army crossing this path because they would have to go over river, then over river again, or they didn't have the time or the preparation capabilities of making a good defense here. But there are only a few soldiers in scant defenses about this part of town. So, as you make your way to a nearby apple orchard, you are able to conduct your business, should you so desire.
So I don't think we're going to be able to talk to him together, but at least being close by would be fine. What I normally do is at least in that whole calm stance, meditate, and just try to talk. Doesn't matter. Go here.
Sounds good. I figure we could just sit around the same tree, and I'll just bring Inari out, and I'll do that, and make my sword appear, and I'll just kind of poke it into the ground, and just take a, sit crisscross applesauce in front of it, and then I'll be quiet. I'll do it quietly, just so I don't get in your way, because I think I got the whole thing. And,
I think you do.
He's just gonna try and close his eyes and remember back to the forest, and kind of just send his well wishes that way, and ask for any last minute guidance that she might be able to offer me.
Make a charisma check for me.
Alrighty. Boop.
Hey!
I'm a cleric.
Wow. Okay. Focusing your power inward towards your pact to Inari, you feel the intelligence behind it. She does not speak, but she can feel your apprehension. She can feel the worry, and she is worried as well. But you feel the strength of your bond and the mission that you were given is still clear as can be. And you feel in your heart of hearts, somewhere in depth of everything, she almost whispers that something is coming. Not this, obviously not, the battle is a big deal, but there is a greater apprehension. Something bigger is about to happen. Something that will change everything. And it scares her.
He'll just kind of silently nod at that, and just kind of keep glancing over his shoulder, waiting for Cerulean to finish up what he's doing.
Yeah, I'll lean the staff up against the tree. He'll reach up and actually gingerly pluck an apple from the orchard, just holding it in his hands. He'll take off his gloves, set them down, sit right up against the tree, cross his legs, holding the apple like in his hands, and he will close his eyes and concentrate on her, because he hasn't spoken to her in a while, but sort of like wanting to express what he's been able to achieve with the help of these people that he found, just through emotions and simple words.
Are you casting Commune?
I don't have Commune, unfortunately.
Okay. Make a charisma check.
It'd be a lot easier to deal with.
16.
You feel much as you have before as you focus your attention on your patron. Closing your eyes, the warmth almost like being wrapped in a warm blanket on a cold day, fresh out of the sun. Her arms almost drape about you in this ghostly silhouette. Not that you can see Roman, but you can feel it over your body, Cerulean. And she almost seems to whisper in your ear. 7 torches to light their way. 7 keys to turn the door. Or to turn the lock, excuse me.
And 7 keys to turn the lock?
7 keys to turn the lock.
Keys to turn.
Getting some vibes from something else I know.
7 keys. Very, very cryptic, but that's her. He'll, okay.
Then the message will end.
He is smiling though at that, and he'll before he can feel it pull back, he will mutter in Celestial that he has missed talking to her.
You feel the grip on your shoulder, and she will whisper one more thing. At her 3rd death, the gate will open.
What? I don't like that.
I know these lines.
The gate will open. That's more ominous than normal.
I'm sure they're different. I can remember them at least.
Okay. How about the rest of you?
But I found Reynard's brother.
Ah, yes.
I was also going to look for my brother if we're covering more than just one day.
It is late at night. It will probably have to be the next day.
I'll wait till the next day.
Okay. Everybody gonna wait till the next day?
My thing has to wait until I finish tinkering on 23, so.
Okay.
Dawn
How
of
many
the
days do we have
3rd
left until the invasion, Kevin?
day.
How many days has it been since we got here?
That was the first day, essentially.
So 21 days.
Then,
Sorry, no, it took us 3 days. 18 days.
yeah, then 18 days left.
So 2.5 weeks. It's a long time.
You got time. All right. It is now the dawn of the next day. You have 18 days until the invasion.
Dun dun. Yup. I'll talk to Renard and be like, Renard, where exactly would your brother be this time of day? I had some questions for him.
Bernard will dead look at you and say, "You're asking me? I haven't seen the man in 9 years."
Does he have habits that he doesn't break? Anything of the sort?
Again, I haven't seen the man in 9 years.
Fair enough. I'm going to go look for him then.
You're not the only one.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, why don't you make an investigation check with advantage then?
Maybe I'll let Renard do that, because Renard's good at that kind of thing.
That's normal.
Tempest rolls deferment.
If I can get away with it.
If Tempest is aiding you, wouldn't that just be disadvantage? Just the
Oh
rolls?
shit, I was talking to myself. You don't see that 25 or that 22. Now's where I get the 1 and the 1. Hold on.
I'll let you have
I'll take the natural 20, sure.
Okay.
Victory!
Hey, your rolls are on fire today with advantage. You find him
Getting them out of it way early.
You find him in Crimson Witch Keep. Almost in his stoic Prince Charming pattern, as he has one arm hooked under his helmet, sword at his hip. He looks like he's looking at a map in consternation as if he's trying to figure something out. But as you walk up, he will turn his head. Brother.
Are you praying, contemplating, hoping for something, or just trying not to soil yourself?
It looks like he's posing.
Well, I was hoping that something might come to me. Some plan or decision yet made. But now that you think about it, I feel like I do have to use the head.
Classic.
Tempest burst out laughing at that. That's good.
What can I do for you?
Well, I just wanted to talk to you and perhaps figure out a little more, but as a Tempest here apparently wanted to talk to you, he can wait until we have a moment to talk alone.
Oh,
Sure.
I didn't realize this was a family meeting. I can leave.
I was going to talk to my brother. What part of it made you realize that it was not a family meeting?
Well, I asked you first about where he was, so I didn't really particularly
Didn't
know.
realize I was so popular.
Well, I had some general questions. You seem to be a man of faith.
Really?
Under this... Are you not?
Gave you that impression. He is just.
Renard just gives you a dead look like, it runs in the family.
Yes, but it's more amusing from him, Renard. No
We
offense.
come by it honestly. Our mother is a sarcastic bitch too.
Yes. Anyway, I apologize. Usually I'm better with sarcasm. Anyway, yes, I'm fairly new to this whole fighting and with faith thing, and just wanted to see if there were any tips. The people at the cathedral are more... they're more
Preachy?
preachy in nature, yes. It's not really the way I work.
Hmm.
I like shooting things first and praying about it later.
As he kind of looks from side to side. Well, it depends on the nature of your relationship with your God, I would suspect. Maybe
Yes,
that is something you need to be contemplating more than asking me. Because my God's not usually about killing people and then praying for them.
really? Oh.
Really?
Oh, it must be different with every god. Man, this is difficult.
You have no idea.
Well, I tried praying about it at the river the other day, and it just ended up getting me splashed in the face.
Maybe I was telling you something.
The river is fairly turbulent. I don't know what else it would be telling me.
Wake up.
Oh! Oh, that makes sense. You're good at this.
Been at it for a while.
Well, I would have more questions, but I sense Renard wants to talk, so I will take my leave. I think I'm going to go try and wake up a little bit. I appreciate the talk, at least.
He gives you a long look of, okay.
Well, I feel awkward now that Renard wants to talk. That's why Tempest is like, I'll do this again
But
another time.
Tempest is awkward around Reynard.
Not really.
Mhm.
We usually just insult each other.
Typically, you agree with me, and then I insult you for agreeing with me.
See? It works wonderfully.
As he just holds up a cup of coffee and just takes a slow sip.
Where does he put coffee? I'm gonna ask where the damn coffee is if he's got coffee. Anyway, I'll
Probably
leave.
get coffee at the Stone Wyvern. It's where I get it every morning. 0600 hours.
Well, I will let you have a lovely talk with your brother while I go get some coffee. Renard, I'll be there if you want a cup later.
Sure. And I'll turn his gaze to Reynard.
And I walk away.
And once Tempest just kind of leaves, he looks at his brother for a second. Adania? All the places in the world you could have gone, and you went to Adania.
Well, I would have gone to Nishanor, but the gates are locked. He said very sarcastically.
I can't wrap my head around it. You left home all those years ago. Didn't say a reason why you were leaving. No idea why you left. But of all the places you could have gone to, you went to Adania. The place that's about as close to the Empire as I can imagine. Home away from home?
There is a satisfaction in feeling the familiar around you, even if nothing is familiar to you. I do like
What?
civilization.
Then why'd you leave in the first place?
I thought I could help more people here. You know, fathers. Duty this, duty that, and I felt I had a duty, just not to the family.
I can't tell you the number of times I'm thankful I'm not Jacques.
No, I.
Well, I can tell you this, things didn't change much after you left. He's still busy trying to garner as much favor with the Lord's temporal.
Rule the world as he always will try.
Mother is as cutthroat as ever in the family's personal affairs. And Evelyn is still trying her damnedest to master everything and anything that can conjure something from nothing.
It's good to know they are alive.
If you call what they do living, but to each their own life.
No more than what I'm assuming what they think of me.
What do they think of you? They must think half as much of me.
And yet here we are, at the edge of the world, staring down a great battle.
Yeah, I didn't imagine when I left those months ago, traveling off to Darrowshore just to get away from home, that this would be where I'd end up. You would not believe the story of how I met some of these individuals. And Renard will slowly but surely start to regale him with some of the stories of just how misfortune began operating. He'll leave out the stillborn dead for now. Better to not tell him of that problem this immediate moment when there's another problem on the horizon. The thing in front of you, as they say. And he'll just spend some of this down. He'll spend today just, catching up with his brother.
And he will describe his adventures. How he got from Marcera to Edania. He did not travel there in a direct line. He went to the Bulwark as a soldier for the Empire for a little while. Discovered that he did not like the bureaucracy and the inefficiency of the Empire's military and wanted to aid people the best. He will tell you that his particular line of faith is in helping those who need it the most, but also redeeming those who have fallen.
When he actually does bring that up, Renard will make a point to ask, I never thought you were that religious, so what god in question could possibly have attracted your interest?
Haliel.
Haliel. I'm sorry, you'll have to remind me which one that is.
God of the sun, essentially. Light, warmth, radiance, that kind of thing.
Knowing them is probably something to do with agriculture as well. Do you know not to my tastes?
Yes, I understand your knowledge of faith and religion was always a little jaded.
There are far more interesting and competent things to study.
Is that why you went to the conservatory?
I went to the conservatory because I was good at it. Because I could learn how mortals do things, not how the gods do things.
Not aspiring to be a god.
No, I don't want to be a god. That's too much responsibility.
All this time I've been playing human.
I'm not quite sure what I'm playing at. On one hand, I still feel like the little boy that was growing up trying to learn things at the conservatory. On the other hand, I feel like I'm wrestling cats trying to get them to do the right thing for everything around us. I did mention the part where we traveled to the lair of a lich with its phylactery in an attempt to figure out what was going on there, only for one of us to turn over said phylactery.
It was probably a good idea.
Good idea. The only thing keeping that lich from being a player in the world was that phylactery. And now that it has it, it can do whatever the hell it wants. Why do you damn the future just to save the present? Why bother if you're going to do that? For the 10, 20, 100 years that they buy you? Would it not be better to grant these people a merciful death so they can get their sweet thereafter?
No. No, it would not. He says that very with finality, and here's why. You've always had a needs of the many outweighing the needs of the few. And that is a respectable form of logic. But why not try to save them all? Why not try to redeem those who have fallen? Just because he is a lich does not automatically mean he is a cruel being who will consume the lives of all around him.
That's not the decision that I made.
I know.
The decision that I made was a simple one. I don't know what he's capable of if he gets that power, so I can't trust that he should be having it.
Who are you to decide that?
No
When
one
did
else.
you have so much authority over yourself about that?
It's not a matter of authority. I hold myself responsible for the mistakes I make, something that many don't. If you can't be responsible for your own mistakes, then who is?
And do you think it was a mistake to aid other people?
I don't know what the mistake is yet. Time will still tell on that one, but the choice was taken from my hands regardless. Not that I still don't hold myself accountable for it happening.
And what will you do about it in the future if he turns out to be a problem?
Well, then I'll deal with it, knowing that it was my mistake in the first place.
And if he doesn't?
I have my doubts about that, but if it doesn't, then there's nothing to account for. But on a long enough timeline, anything can happen.
Then stop worrying about the future so much. Live today.
Well, I was going to live today, but I decided to come here and talk to you instead. Catch up with family. Don't know what I thought I would expect.
Well, it did seem you inherited father's preachiness, so...
Don't get me started on father's preachiness. If you think he's done it, you should hear Jock now. Evangelizing to the group like he's some form of religious icon. Believes
God
in
is-
importance more than anyone else does.
Does he even have a god these days? I didn't know him to be that involved when I left.
If you were to hear him talk, he is the god that he worships.
Oh, definitely father's child. Well,
Well,
I abhor the cliche, but the apple does not usually fall far from the tree. Be careful, Reynard.
yeah. There's a reason I left. There's a reason you left too. Something about the apple may not fall from the tree, but sowing your seeds across the land. I don't know. I was never good with these analogies. I prefer cold hard facts instead of metaphors.
I know.
Regardless, I was happy to run into you here, not one of them. I don't know how I'd have handled that situation.
Something tells me you're not done with the family yet.
Oh, most certainly not. Half the damn group is from Marcel. Can you believe this? We're going to head back there eventually, and once we do, I'd loathe to see what we're going to find.
Speaking of, what's with the Warforged? Where did you dig them up?
Well, I explained the story about how Roman apparently found them on a pirate ship or something to that effect. I don't know. They were reactivated, apparently. And he'll kind of look around. Someone had a vested interest in them being brought back. He will deliberately not say Scather was responsible, just to avoid that whole can of worms. And then we found Cor on a crashed airship in the mountains west of Orchards River and managed to reactivate her. Apparently she was the personal attendant of one of the Dawnspire. That's a whole other bag. We have to look inside and see what we managed to find. I can't imagine the forces that are at work here, but it feels like this is some elaborate game that's being played and all of us are just pawns being moved around for amusement.
I don't know if it's for amusement, but you are all pawns, one way or the other. The gods will play their games, as they always have and always will.
Renard gives him the dirtiest look and says, "And do you fancy yourself a knight among pawns?"
I was more of a bishop, honestly, but I'll go with knight.
I like him.
Brother position of bishop as well. Always attack from the side. They never see you coming from the side.
I don't know. Anyway, to everybody else. We'll
No, we're fine. We can go on.
I got coffee.
Well, glad that battle's been handled. Core still hanging out with the crowd?
Yeah, priorities for Core would definitely be like still can like bring up the troops and also reinforce the walls and do whatever she can to basically help bolster defenses.
So you spend majority of your time just doing backbreaking labor, digging trenches, and
more like meld metal together. That was kind of my idea. I don't know if heat metal can reach that point where metal can go together, but that would be neat if it
the problem
could.
is you have to touch it too.
You don't have to touch for heat metal. I think it's arranged.
It's ranged.
It is range. I mean, you have to, if you're going to meld stuff together.
You do need to apply pressure to the two things being heated.
Yeah. Maybe that would work. Maybe it wouldn't work. But
I will
yeah,
say
just being helpful.
you can spend some time with the forges at Shank's Shivs, not too far from where Kevin and 23 are currently being worked on, to prepare. You even meet Shank himself, a wonderful gentleman with a very distinct accent, who appreciates your passion in such things.
Excellent.
Oh, thank you, love. It's been a great pleasure to have you.
Of course, no problem whatsoever. I am going to help weld all the things together so we can make a very strong wall. I hope you appreciate it.
I believe I can.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Cor would thrust her hand straight towards him, give Shank a hearty handshake as they get together for justice.
With a handshake from the halfling, he nods in appreciation.
I also want to say that maybe Cor makes creepy, like, passes at Damon.
Ah!
Do you do that to everybody?
No. It's kind of a running joke at this point. Since I've been in a couple of Beth's games, my characters always hit on Damon, so it's just continuing on at this point.
He's an attractive individual.
Exactly, he is
But they
all
find out
neck.
He'll hit on you back.
Oh, fantastic!
He's into Warforged.
Okay. Kevin and 23 have to spend the next few days working, so you're kind of...
I think at one point I lost a screwdriver inside 23 and I just didn't tell him.
So every time 23 moves, there's a clink, 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 clink.
Awkward.
Clink, 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 clink.
It's like the junior man.
Did you just permanently give him disadvantage on stealth checks?
He'll pass it eventually.
Or like a grinding noise until one day the grinding noise just stops.
It's his internal tool. He just has to figure a way to pop it out.
Anyway.
Beth, if we're being more like long term, I know you said they're doing like a few days. My few days, I'll try to pray through river, but also try and like help people with like archery practice if that's a thing going on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They're working
Okay.
on that.
Okay, I will
Dwarves
be.
also arrived this day, marching into town from the south. There were just over 400 of them. Here's a kitty.
Also,
Yeah,
I'll
he's
say this
looking
just
at pieces.
to
Oh, sorry.
like, no, you're good. It's just a small thing. I have one of those days I've turned Roderick from a weasel into an owl, because that is something we'll need. I do tell him, it's like, I know the weasel's your preferred form, but we need this more so right now. I'll change you back after.
It looks really fluffed. Very Archimedes from the Sword in the Stone fluffed, if anybody gets that reference.
Yes.
I pat the top of his head. Good boy.
I do not.
Don't.
Really? It's an old Disney flick.
Yeah, it's great.
You all should watch it. Hey, Disney, is that
I-
count as a sponsorship?
I loved Merlin in that show.
Thankfully, I've got enough for one more spot.
I don't get sued by the mouse.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
I'll also attune to the cloak and the pearl that was given to me. So, but it's really weird. I was at it's one item. Now I'm at 3. How did this happen?
Everyone loves you.
It's just like, take all of it. It's like, no.
You're the
You
healer.
understand,
Everyone wants you to
protect the
live.
white mage.
Oh, but at some point during the first 5 days, I am going to swap my infusions to enhanced armor and goggles of night and repeating weapon.
Okay.
So I will have dark vision now, if it matters.
I will have the gesture token, but
I actually have a question, Beth. It's more mechanical. Are you going to be because this is going to be a longer term battle? Will you track ammo?
no. As long as
Okay.
it's not magical,
Obviously, regular ammo.
I don't keep track of that enough. I'd lose my mind.
Reynard will also again make a point of going towards the state to talk to Lord Cardan, to speak with him, and basically go over like he's been making notes of the choke points the soldiers been planning up, and if he wanted any help in abstracting traps in them, that Reynard would like to offer his services to do that. He doesn't have the coin himself to fund it, but if there's any overhead that he's still saving for the battle that can be used, Reynard would be happy to lend any services he can.
The ultimate problem, I think, is one way or the other, the walls will be breached. It is not a matter of if, it is simply a matter of when. If we can control the flow of battle inside the city, we might stand a better chance. And he'll point at a series of choke points along the map. You can lay your trapezy of glyphs, I suspect.
So Reynard was pointing at these points, and now he's pointing back at them like, yes, this is the ones you can work with. It's like, that's what I was pointing out to you. I want to help you here.
Point out specific spaces that you can do the most damage without destroying the property.
That's what Reynard was here to point out.
One of my big concerns is not catching the buildings on fire.
Well, and this is a technical question for you. So as an evocation specialist, I can sculpt spells.
I believe you have to see them.
Well, this is my point. Technically, Glyph of Warding is not an evocation spell, it's abjuration. But I'm storing an evocation spell in it. And part of Glyph of Warning is that Glyph itself can detect different types of creatures. Would it be feasible with Reynard to spend a couple of days here, I guess without hopefully spending too much money casting the spell, to try and figure out a way to where I could use Sculpt Scale through detection of specific creature types? Say, when it goes off automatically, it doesn't target humans or dwarves. To the extent of the spell.
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. 22.
Oh, hi.
22. Okay. Congratulations, you rolled well. Focusing this a bit of technical work is going to take you a little bit longer to prepare.
I have like the next 8 days to do this.
You have 8 days. So
before we actually do the battle plans.
It is going to occupy your time.
That's fine. I will happily dedicate all of my time doing that because it will help the army.
You are able to cast how many fireballs in that time?
Well, I'm going to be putting them in glyphs, so I can prepare up to I can do 2 glyphs with 2 fireballs. Sorry, I can do 4 glyphs with 4 fireballs a day.
So that'd be better part of 16 plus fireballs floating around.
Something like that, yeah. Depending on how much money he can afford for this. If he can afford all of it, I'll do all of it.
Okay. I will say that as you spend the next 8 days or so focusing on specific placement, abjurizing the spell to not detonate when humans are crossing over, you're targeting it specifically for what, hobgoblins?
So what he's going to do is he'll also speak with basically the controllers of the commanders in these choke points and one of the lesser commanders, basically, and he's going to set it where there is a trigger word so that when the hobgoblins are in position and as few humans are, they can be triggered appropriately.
Okay. Have you told everybody the battle plans for snow?
Reynard would have been spreading that around too, because he would be saying people need to be wearing heavier clothing and warmer clothing because it's going to be cold.
They will bring up a concern
Mm-hmm.
that detonating fireballs inside of snow will cause sight issues and it might dampen the fireballs.
It won't dampen the fireballs. That's not going to be an issue, trust me. But it may cause some smoke screens, which actually that may aid us. If it causes any smoke screens, they're going to be the ones trapped inside. They're going to have to come out, and you could be ready for them.
Indeed.
I think it's an idea. Just make sure as few people are standing inside the areas as effective. I can't protect everyone. I can only protect a few. There's limits to the magic.
The soldiers, they'll try to work with it. They could set palisades and barricades around certain points to flow. Okay.
That's Reynard, and that's all he has to do until we start preparing for the dragon.
Okay. Over the next few days, you enjoy your time assisting in the defenses, praying, speaking to others, setting an upgrade to 23. But as 10 days draw, you have 10 days until the battle.
Didn't you say that we could finish the upgrades in 5 days based on my tinkering check?
Yeah.
Okay. After I finished upgrades, I wanted to go hunt down Renard.
Okay. Bernard is currently on the streets.
Measuring out distances so there's no accidental layover where they're setting their palisades. Hoping that the snow covering the glyphs will make them that much harder to spot.
Interesting use of glyph of warding.
Well, I should hope so. It's what I've been spending my entire time working on. How's 23?
He has not tried his new power yet, but I imagine it will make him much more effective.
I'm just saying nothing went wrong, that he's fully operational.
Oh, no, I definitely did not lose a screwdriver inside of him.
Inside check.
Oddly specific.
I am shit at deception, and I'm not really actually...
I'm way too distracted what I'm working on right now. Oh, that's good, that's good. As long as he's all right. Is there
I
something you
did
need?
want to talk to you about the incident in the Ghost Lord's lair, though.
You mean when you gave up the phylactery without so much as a fight?
As Renard pauses in mid-casting.
Yes. I did notice that you and 23 were much more perturbed than everyone else who seemed to accept it as the path we had to go through. So I wanted to... What is the word that you organics use? Hash it out before the battle to make sure there was no hard feelings.
I do not approve
I
of the
assure you, what I
decision
did
being
was
made for
because I
us.
assumed it was necessary.
Oh, and I understand that. I don't approve that it was a decision made in the spur of the moment without seemingly any consideration for the future. But, as my brother so recently pointed out to me, it could go either way. If it turns out that he helps people and he doesn't cause any harm in the future, if he does actually act against the stillborn dead, the Red Hand, all of that, then maybe my worries were for nothing. And if so, then I will sleep well at night knowing we didn't make a mistake. But if in the future it does turn out that he is some individual that has only been waiting to cause problems for the greater world just because he didn't have that phylactery, then I will know that I was responsible through proxy, and that it is my job to fix it. And I hope you will understand that you'll also be at blame for that.
Yes, I do understand that. I understood that when I handed it over. I merely was not willing to trade lives in the short term to hopefully avoid a hypothetical catastrophe in the long term.
Well, I'm a little more cautious than you are.
I've seen cities besieged by undead before. Or
I
think
know you have. You and 23, and I suppose Core technically were alive during the stillborn dead, the second calamity, so you will have seen atrocities that I've only ever had to worry about dreaming of, and I can only assume what little we've seen of them already only pales in comparisons to what actually happened. So I will trust that in some of these situations, perhaps you have a little more wherewithal on what the actual alternative is, but until then, I will continue to hold some hope and some faith that my mind can facilitate and visualize what may actually cause problems in the future that are not worth the issues in the present.
And I will try and think of those as well. I wanted to assure you, I would not have given it over if I thought there was any other alternative.
There's no point in getting upset over it now. It hasn't caused any issues now. It's only a problem when it's proven as a problem.
Well, I am going to go see if I can help with the defenses.
That would be good. Oh, and considering how cold it's going to be, and there may be issues with these soldiers being able to get cold weather, anything we could do to provide bonfires or warm or campfires for them to use in between waiting for the battle, just to stay warm, would be great. Especially if they could douse them when the enemies come near, so they couldn't use them as well. Food for thought.
I will see if I can think of anything. I do not think I have any particular spells that would help with that, but
I'm just saying, if you're going to talk to them, spread the word around. It may be a good idea to have those things nearby.
I will mention it.
Now, Reynard will get back to work.
And I guess I'd probably end up just doing kind of the same thing that Core's doing, which is trying to assist with making defenses, because I have my carpenter's tools and woodcarver's tools and smith's tools that I can put to good use.
A great amount of work is being put into the defense of palisades, barricades, and other defenses that would slow and hinder. And you easily can deduce that the battle plan that the soldiers have been drawing up is to lure the enemy into kill boxes that they could then spring traps on them kill as many as possible with the least amount of problems.
I want to find, what are these streets made of?
Stone,
Is it like cobblestones or like cement
paved rock, not cement, but
or concrete?
mortar and stone.
Okay, so it could be broken apart then. It's not like it's a.
If you were intent enough on it, yes.
I'm gonna find. So is there someone who's like in charge of the defenses? Or like, does it look someone who looks like they're in charge of like coordinating defenses?
Bertram.
I want to mention to him the possibility of setting up like murder pits for unsuspecting enemies pushing through the streets. Is like mark them so that our troops can work their way around them, but they fall into them.
Mm.
See if that seems like something that he thinks would be feasible.
Hard to do in some plots, but easier to do in others.
I hope we bring this up because it's going to be really hard to spot out these things when snow starts falling on the ground.
So my thought, I was gonna put, if it's doable, I'm gonna put like a little like red flag, like the kind used to like mark a driveway when you're plowing it, to see to where the edges are, but like smaller. Little red flag on the edge of these pits so that we know when we're coming up to one. Like old tiny minesweeper.
Problem for you guys, the problem is when it snows, you're not going to be able to get a very good visual on them. They could get knocked over in the gale force winds you intend to cast later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a foot of snow might be. It's just if that goes up to the planning, or I would say maybe marking nearby buildings and keeping a uniform system of keeping it, say, in the center of streets, and just don't use the center of streets. Might be the safer option.
But if he thinks that's doable, I want to find 23 and a couple like strong looking humans or dwarves, and just dig as many of these pits as we can in the time we have allotted to us, and I'll spend my time during that time making punji sticks to put at the bottom.
Are you literally going to take piles of horse crap and stuff?
Well, no, minus the horse shit. Just sharp sticks to put at the bottom.
Okay.
And a tiger if I can find one.
Oh.
No. Wait, we have the Wand of Wonder.
Just spend the next 20 days. Wand of Wonder. We're gonna get this elephant, damn it. We're gonna get this elephant.
Fall down a pit, there's just a rhinoceros at the bottom. Murder. But yeah, no, I'll spend that time making as many spikes as I can, and
sure.
However many pits we get done, we get done.
Okay. Hopefully nobody else falls into them.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized if I would have learned web, that would have also been a fantastic spell to lay as a trap. Oh well.
You have a wand of one.
Don't
we need to have 2 wands of web?
Yeah, I'm going to take one of those.
I know. Actually, are both of those attuned? Because Reynard could actually attune to one of those.
I don't have my attune. If you asked for it, he just will give it you his.
All right, I will attune to the second wand of web. I actually wanted that at the beginning, but you didn't have a magic item yet, so I'm like, no, give that to Cerulean. He can use it, and you never used it.
Well, because there's never a time to actually use it
There's
well.
always time to web.
He was either healing people alive or dying.
Go, Web, go.
I was either healing people or getting a crank thrown in my face.
Why?
Yeah.
All right.
As far as spiders go, Roman will be spending his kind of extra few days practicing his new spell, Spider Climb, so he gets used to walking up walls and whatnot. Probably hanging out the last few days of 23's upgrade, just kind of sitting on the roof and practicing fighting on a vertical surface.
And what is 23 doing?
Waiting until his upgrade's done, probably chit-chatting with Sir Tyrion.
Yeah, you're
thinking as much.
5 days. You've got 5 more days until the final countdown.
And then I was going to find whoever knows the most about giants in town.
It's
Hey, Renard, make an intelligence check. Or a nature check, excuse me.
Okay.
I can see the fear in Connor's eyes.
Is it Renard?
Give me a second. I do have the best nature check. 1 second.
For giants, nature.
Sorry, I couldn't find my character sheet, and I realized, I'm on my character sheet. I'm
Oh.
just in a really weird section of it.
Is that nature? I might actually know something.
Yeah.
26.
Oh,
Bernard
Renard
knows
does.
quite a bit about giants.
23 would find Renard at some point. Is Renard, question for you about the incoming Gila Giants.
Sure. What do you want to know?
Approximately how far do you think they could throw rocks if that's what we believe they intend to do?
Would a 26 reveal that information?
Depends on the giant.
Depends on the giant. Oh, he did specifically ask Hill Giant.
They can throw them the better part of 200 to 300 feet accurately, and if they wanted to lob them as artillery, it could be the better part of 800.
The GM in me is like, what? But sure, fair enough. I won't question the GM.
Unaccurately, just lob them at full strength as far as you possibly can.
Rocks.
Well, 23, it's not like they're bowling here. They're chucking it at a giant wall. It's kind of hard to miss, and weight does most of the work. A fair distance, why?
I was wondering how are we going to stop them? I feel like that's kind of just a big threat, and if we can't shoot that far, then what else we can do? If
That's a tough one.
800 feet is quite a bit. I was thinking if it was only 100 or so, I imagine I was going to see if we could
they
train
can throw
them.
them accurately up to 60, and then
What was I gonna say?
maximum lobbing range is 240.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
if they can throw them up to
That-
800 feet. They can throw a rock farther than Tempest can shoot a bow.
They're giants.
In that
I can
case,
shoot hard.
23 is going to go find whatever archers are going to be on the wall. I'll talk to Bertrand and figure out whoever's manning or who's coordinating military.
Good talk, 23. Busy today.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I have things to do.
Anytime.
And I'm going to stand or try to be as big as a target I can and like have these guys practice shooting giant creature at 200 or at 60 to 200 feet, anywhere from that.
Can I
Solara,
practice?
Trilara and Tempest will actually work together at that.
So
Can I
I'll-
take?
I'll be the target. So I'll hold like a giant sign above my head or something like that, and try to be as giant as possible, and try to train them to take out the giants first.
Can I take a few pot shots?
Please don't kill 23 before the battle starts.
He's hard. Oh, you know what? There'll be foam tip arrows.
With trip attack. Technically, you don't have to do damage. You just have to hit. Going with a rock. Okay. Trilara also has the advantage of her owl.
Okay.
You have a archery owl that assists you in that.
Cool.
Cerulean, anything else you're doing for the rest of the interview days?
I was actually going to be hanging out with some of the herbalists and the healers to sort of like learn some new techniques. That way, I can learn like during battle or even after, like to help where I can.
As the 10th day finally comes, and you all stand gathered around the battlefield, the map, surveying the battlefield itself. Jarmath, Damon, Numos, Bertram, Trilara, the dwarves, they're all there. And Kurdan will then speak. It's time to lay out the final plan. And he will point to the map itself. Now, scouts have confirmed they are approaching from the west. They are not trying to cross the river. That means majority of their attacks will come from the west and south, though that does not mean they will not attempt to attack from the east side. We count a number of giants in their regiment. The Red Dragon is with them, and their armies of hobgoblins and other monstrosities are extensive. At first, we thought we could engage them on the open field, but this will not work. He will then point at the map towards the west wall. We will hold them off as best we can at the walls, but sooner or later they are going to fall. This is where you all need to come into play. And he will hold up a small earring, or two of them. These were crafted by a laundry. These are link pearls. We have 2 available. One will connect to me, and one will connect to one of you, perhaps one who is the best for dictating battle commands. We will send reinforcements to you when we can. But for the most part, you are going to be operating independently as a strike group. Our armies will engage them as best we can, but when special needs arise, a special response is required. This is where you all will come into play. He will then point. Should somebody attempt to breach the walls from long range or open up a second breach, we will call on you. When the dragon comes, we will call on you. If our soldiers become getting engaged heavily in the streets, we will call on you. If everything goes badly, we will make our stand in the cathedral, and if we get routed, the last stand we made at the keep. Do you have anything to add to this so far?
Renard, where have you?
Sorry.
Go
Among
ahead.
the preparations that we have yet to be made, would it be beneficial if we could seal those gates for as long as possible?
We intend to.
Well, I do have magical sealing that I could offer to that as well to help seal them down.
That could help. Our walls are tall and strong, and they have been maintained, so that will offer us some advantage if they try to siege them from long range with giants. We suspect they will. The bigger issue is when the dragon starts to show up. They will breach those gates. So, what have you planned for the dragon? As that is our most considerable threat.
Renard looks at Core.
I believe we plan on luring it in,
Well,
don't we, Core?
We're planning on putting a massive pile of fake gold in the Crimson Witch marketplace. Seem a good place to fight a dragon as any. I would of course be conjuring up these fake golds, and you play no part in that. We will lure it down, spread about, and fight it there.
Okay. There is a possibility that the dragon will strafe many homes and start inflaming them. Causing fires in the city will do significant damage to the structures itself, but should do no significant material damage to our personnel. Still, I would like to preserve as much of the city as we possibly can.
Well, as we've mentioned in our planning, we do hope to cause a snowstorm in the city that should alleviate any burning of homes by a significant margin.
We've
To
already
keep the fires from spreading.
And
The
the
soldiers
winds
should be fine.
and the winds should slow down the dragon.
Possibly.
Yes, unfortunately, we don't have a reliable way of just bringing it down. Normally I can knock them down, but this one's much larger.
Indeed. They have other flying creatures as well. That will help. As I understand that there are manticores in this.
Oh,
I have heard from stories from Bertrand that you are intimately familiar with these tempests.
yes, I've killed many of them in my past.
No,
Sorry, I'm just choking up with... I'm just so happy to hear I get to kill more.
Make
Insect.
you feel better. I don't think they have crocodiles.
I've made so many personal enemies this journey.
They have flying crocodiles.
God bless, no!
They're called dragons.
Keep your Sharknado. They have flying crocodiles. In a snowstorm.
Crococores. Crococores.
Yeah, they're just
Very
gonna
well.
drop crocodiles from the air.
Oh God, no.
Dive, dive, dive.
Crocodiles floating in on parachutes with like Bowie knives.
Stop talking about these terrible things.
There are other considerations that we are trying to make into play. It is very likely that the Red Hand has already infiltrated the city some way with saboteurs and spies. Those among here are those I can trust, but past this, I would refrain from telling our explicit battle plans to anybody outside the city from this point on.
I will point out that some of the preparations I've made, I've only given to the commanders of the choke points and one person of their choosing. So hopefully nothing like that has been spread about, but you never know.
Oh! I dug a bunch of holes and put sticks at the bottom of them.
Did you tell anyone about that?
I'm telling you right now.
Did you tell anyone where they are located?
I told some of the leaders that I saw. Also, I painted a big red circle on the walls near these holes.
And suddenly you hear somebody scream in abhorrent pain from down the street. I think they found them.
They work.
Kevin, you.
I covered them with rickety boards.
That's why they fell in.
Well, I
I was
would have
kidding.
thought
That's
the
not
room
actually
certainly-
happening.
Aww.
All right.
So have your troops stick to the sides of the street, not walking straight down it.
I will go for you as well.
Yes.
One of us is
Everyone
gonna forget that.
remember.
One of us is gonna forget that.
Well,
As for the battle against the dragon, we've decided the Market Square, yes, that was the best ability for Core to help lure it in. I do plan on setting up some defenses. I brought to you all the concept of giving you all resistance to the dragon's fire breath, but if you all have anything else you might require of me, I can see what I can do about that.
What are our options?
Well, depending on what spells I have ready, I could cast many things. As I plan on relying on my own ability to protect myself from fire, so I was not going to prepare for myself. I was hoping on preparing a wall of water, something that is not overly large, but if you could step inside of it, you would particularly use it as cover against the dragon's fire breath. I could give you the ability to fly 23, so that you might be able to pursue the dragon instead of being able to be resistant to fire.
this brings us to a next point. He'll then gesture to the numerous heroes that also have joined with you. These all will be able to assist you in the various battles. You merely have to ask, and one of them will join you for any given stage, but they will not be able to assist you in all of them. They are a resource that is hard to replace. You might want to think about where you want to utilize them. Damon will then flex his shoulders, kind of do that muscle popping thing that you can see Harry Crews do. I'm good
If
at
he
it.
allows it, Cor will slip an arm around Damon's and be like, this is going to be with me the entire time.
I don't think that's how that works. He's going to have to do other things.
Oh.
I'm good at hitting things really hard with my fists.
You are wonderful at that, and what fists they are.
Well,
Easy now.
if I were
It's
to
not in
throw
a
my
flirty
vote-
way.
If I were to throw my
Sorry.
vote in this ring, as for dealing with the actual engagements on the city streets and stuff, I feel like Bertram would be the best bet for that. He already has a rapport with the soldiers. He has the best command of them. Anybody's going to listen to them. He can keep them marshaled better than anyone.
Makes a lot of
Virtual nod.
sense. I do think that any time that dragon is coming down, Trela would be the best choice to assist us.
She'll
Well,
step
if you
forward.
all-
and nod.
Weren't you working with 23 about stopping the giants on the walls? Can she do both?
Well, I think just for the fight with the dragon, she can fight from the walls most of the time. But if that thing takes the air, there's only so many of us that can actually fight it.
Numos will clear his throat.
Oh, I forgot. That's
Lumos.
right.
I feel that
That's
either
true.
one would be fitting, but if you all have been trained to help keep these giants from throwing rocks at the walls, she might be better off on the wall.
I forgot about Numos. You know, honestly, as much as I love you, Trelara, I think a spellcaster would probably be best for that.
Reynard just looks at Numos and is like, it's not you, trust me.
It's Tempest. Tempest forgets things. As does Michael.
Would Numos not be better served using his magic to take out clumps of hobgoblins at a time as opposed to one single dragon?
How long can he
I
do
can
that
be
for?
in the battlefield. I am suited across the spectrum.
Hmm.
We have Damon, Bertram, Numos, Tralala, and the dwarves, right?
In the dwarves.
I was gonna say the dwarves probably are best reinforcing the numbers at the walls to, we don't want the men getting overrun, just so we can have some extra backup in the streets.
I can agree
I-
with that.
Keeping the
Def-
dwarves at any potential breaks that open up would help ensure they stay outside the walls as much as possible.
We may want
Def-
to send Damon after the giants.
Damon would be
Outside the
probably be
wall.
able to wrestle a giant.
Just send Damon to the Dark Claws outside to punch the giants himself. He'll handle this, guys. It's okay.
I think honestly,
Let's get Damon killed again, guys.
That never happened.
Nah, he yelled at in the other campaign.
I forgot.
Where multiples might get detected, one may be able to pass unnoticed. If we had some way to disguise Damon, he might be able to make his way to where these giants are and kill a few of them before they can do anything.
I think you're really overthinking this. They're going to be in the middle of an army. There's no way Damon's going to get through.
Yes, that seems excessive. Like, I truly think that Trilara and I just shooting him in the face from a long range is probably the better option.
We've been training.
You must understand, Tempest. If you are shooting at them, they will likely throw rocks back at you.
I get that. I totally get that. That's why
Have
I'm
you
going
ever
to shoot
caught
them
the
with
giant
a...
rock?
It will hurt, yes. And yes, I've been hit by one, I think.
Any rock
I
are
don't
throwing at
remember.
Tempest, they're not throwing at the wall.
Unless he's on the wall.
Well,
I don't think it works like that.
The new plan.
Technically speaking,
Says
you got-
Renard Medigan hell.
you
Tempest
only
gets
get
hit with
targeted.
one rock. It just takes
If
him
you
off
miss the
the
creature,
wall,
you don't hit the wall
cool.
behind him.
Bullshit.
So
Look,
new
all-
plan. We put Tempest in the field so that they throw rocks at him in the
That-
field.
Cole, that's not how that works.
That
I
may
am...
work. Things have a general disposition of hatred towards Tempest.
The track record does seem to speak for it, but I don't like how. I mean, it died by a second or so.
I mean, that's true. They do generally hate me. I don't know why. I'm generally very pleasant.
It's possible if we just have Tempest leave the city, they will follow him.
This whole thing is just trying
Anyways.
to catch up with Tempest. No, sir, no, let's move on.
Trilara and the Archers have been working on taking out the Archers, or taking out the Giants. I believe she's best suited for that. She also has the element of the Owls, so more like a harder to hit with a giant rock.
I think Numos is.
Why if the snowstorm is too severe?
Mm.
I would say that Numos being able to thin hers would be great. He can take out multiple groups. He specializes in evocation. Having him patrolling around the city, if anything manages to get past the dwarves, is undoubtedly going to be happening. He would be able to thin out the smaller numbers far more quickly. And if they fail to do so, he might be able to join in the other fights should he be needed.
Virgil then speak up. I am not ineffective against a dragon. I have an aura about me that helps prevent from that kind of firepower. And if push comes to shove, I am capable of reflecting that damage back at a dragon.
And that's wonderful, but if it goes into the air, what can you do then?
It'll still get hit. My divine nature.
I do still agree with Renard. I feel as though you'd be better rallying the men on the streets.
When they break through the gates, they're going to need a strong figure to follow, and I don't imagine anyone can do that better than you can, Bertram.
True.
Oh,
As
if you will not need my assistance in the battle, I will stay with the men.
I think you'd be wonderful against a dragon. I just think you'd be more wonderful at other places.
Is there a primary choke point in the city?
Several.
Okay, so there's not.
It's checkpoints they have established.
I wasn't sure if there was like a primary intersection that all of these were going to be meeting at.
Eventually, everybody is going to meet in the square.
We may want to use the dwarves as the furthest fallback. Put them at the primary checkpoint so they can hold the line if we have to fall back that far.
I mean, the dwarves have clerics, right?
I do not know.
I believe they do, yes. Oh, hello.
Well, I just figured putting them up front, they can help heal the men as they get wounded, and help keep the line from falling for a little
Speaking
bit
of
longer.
clerics, this way you will notice that Tredora Goldenbrow, whom you met earlier, Tempest, is there as well. At the temple. My clerics able to be in many... You did.
I didn't. That happened after.
Well, okay. Tredora is also there. I am able to provide healing support from time to time. I can have many of my healers stationed throughout the city to assist you, or you can have them fall back, or you all can fall back to the cathedral for healing. But it will take longer to do so.
I feel like keeping them in the square, if anyone needs to fall back, they could do the most good.
Yes, I agree.
That's the safest bet.
They would also be less vulnerable if they're all congregated in the square.
Not
Yeah,
maybe
if they are
completely-
outside, if they are out in the city with all of you, they will be at a bigger risk of assassination.
I'd rather they don't get assassinated.
As far as the dragon goes, I was honestly thinking maybe we bring Damon. Renard did say he can make someone fly.
That's something I can do, yes.
Doesn't that take a lot of your power, though, Renard?
I'm sealing these into the glyphs. It's not going to cost me anything the day of.
You can see Damon just gets a big grin on his face at the concept of punching a dragon in the face.
I also could make either Damon or 23 larger so they could try and wrestle the dragon.
Oh,
That
I can
would also
answer
be a
that.
great help.
Wait, hold on. You can make people bigger, Kevin.
Yes.
Twitch,
I
20, Twitch,
You've seen me
Damon
do
will
this to
tell-
23 multiple times.
Damon will then say,
Huh?
I got it.
You know, potentially, worst comes to worst, I think if I was a little bigger, I could probably knock a dragon out of the sky.
Worst case scenario, it would see you much quicker and fly down to murder you.
Well, yes, this is more of a if it starts to get away and we need to knock it out of the sky.
Guys, we don't need the major illusion of gold. Let's just enlarge Tempest and sit him in the middle of the square. The dragon won't be able to resist.
Oh, fuck this guy in particular.
rolls.
Y'all are so mean to me.
I mean, it's basically established in canon that dragons hate you.
I mean, I do shoot them a lot.
With teeth,
Fair.
really.
The reason tropes are a thing is because they're true.
I have
Tempest
made.
tastes good. That's why things like to eat him.
I have a light, airy scent to me. It's a very
You are,
fresh
you are
scent.
crunchy and go well with ketchup.
You're a mouth of fresh air.
Reynard, for my glyph, would you be able to cast haste?
That is one of the spells I can prepare. I have a number of them. I could haste. I could protect from water. I could protect from fire. I could create walls of water. I personally am going to be zipping in and out of existence for the period of the fight, so we'll see just all what we might be needing.
You zip out of. At least I remember the last time you hasted me. If you zip out of existence, will the haste go away or anything? Like, do you have to focus on it?
No, that's one of the benefits of using the glyph. The glyph itself, the energies stored for the spell are contained inside. Once it releases them, they last for the duration. Meaning,
I would prefer.
anything that triggers from the glyph of warding, I don't have to concentrate on.
I would prefer to fly. I'm resistant to fire damage, as is.
Alright. I can make Damon and 23 fly. If you would like to be hasted, Kevin, I can sure that works out for you as well. What about everyone else?
Haste.
I should
Fire.
be fine. I've got a few tricks up my sleeve as well.
Let's roll the dice with a haste for me.
Alright.
Fast boys.
I'll prepare 2 flies and 2 hastes. What about Cerulean and Tempest?
I'm just good with fire resistance.
I've radiant and necrotic resistance, but that's it.
So I'll give you fire resistance too. Core,
I'd like to not be more crunchy.
Yes.
which would you like?
Fire resistance, please. I
Alright.
don't want to melt.
So Reynard will make notes that he needs to prepare 2 hastes, 2 flies, 3 fire resistance, and a wall of water. He will also he will specifically tell each of you your command word, so only you know it. So there's no chance of someone else accidentally activating it. And he will instruct, just stand on it where I've shown you, say the words, and that will trigger the spell for you.
Mine's fizzle beef.
Mine's cornflakes.
I did not care. Just remember the word. Don't scream it, or everyone can hear you, thus defeating the purpose of having a secret code word. All right. That's it prepped.
Very well.
We have, 8 days left right now?
10.
Oh.
All right.
I would like to go pray again.
So we have,
earnestly.
just make sure, we have Bertram for the streets, healers in the cathedral square, Damon for the dragon fight, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So what I
Trilara
want-
for the wall
you
giants.
do not want Bertram to assist you in the battle. You want him leading the troops.
Right.
Yes.
And then we're having dwarves hold choke points. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
I thought
Dwarves,
this was a
choke-
callback.
Dwarves choke points. Where do we have Numos and Tralala?
Numos is
Laura!
Chalala.
Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la.
I'll kill all
It's
of
on
you.
the-
I swear to it.
Trilara is on the wall, taking out giants.
Wall, giant duty,
Numos
and then
is
is
doing
Numos
dragon.
crowd control?
Numos is not a dragon.
Oh.
Damon's a
Okay.
dragon.
So would Numos be
Right.
crowd control then?
Numos will be on the streets with you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
street sweeping.
I would like to find someone who is a painter.
We'll do
You want
that
that?
after this break.
I was like, you what, mate?
With that set, we're going to take a break, and then we'll get rolling into the first stage of the Battle of Crimson Ridge. See you all soon. Welcome back. So, are there any final plans you wish to make for just before this group disperses?
Reynard will arcane lock. How many gates are there in the city?
3.
And 2 on the main gate, right? Okay. I will use an arcane lock spell on the west gate, the south gate, and the inner gate of the north bridge.
Okay.
I'm going to.
Mark off all my others.
I'm going to try once again more of an earnest prayer, trying to do that same thing, kind of replicate the whole water, island, sun.
Make a religion check.
Ugh, it's gonna go
It's
terribly.
unnatural. Things
I,
like
I
that.
am going to try and like take some of the tips at heart that people have been giving me. Is like, you know, try and be a little bit more at peace. Think about all those things. Where's religion?
Raleigh Glen.
I suppose I didn't have advantage this time, did I?
You actually did because you spent some time trying. You're trying so hard.
Unfortunately, the DC is 20.
That would suck so fucking bad. I didn't give myself guidance either, which is ironic given the situation.
I actually gauge it to see how intent he is into it as opposed to just setting a straight DC.
I just want to try a religion-y thing. Yeah.
Okay. As you focus inward, attempting to commune with Vasilia once again, learn something, feel something, you feel once again a little splash on your face. And as you wipe it away, it tastes of salt. And though you can look around, you still feel yourself on the beach in Crimson Witch. The sun in your face is warmer. You smell the salt in the air. And you feel a quizzical impression upon you. Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, I'll do
Ladies.
that in a second. Sorry, my cat gate just disappeared. That threw me for a loop. There's going to be a fight. I don't think we're going to be able. We're going to stand our ground. There's no retreating from this. I guess I'm still just trying to feel this whole thing out. What I really want is... God, this sounds corny. I want to keep this place safe. I don't want to see it destroyed. How... How best can I do that? Is there... I know I'm rambling. I'm sorry, it's what I do. Is there a way that I can unlock a little bit more of the power of this bow to keep people safe? I would hate to see this town destroyed.
A long, awkward silence before you see some sort of phantasmal image of her floating in front of you, legs crossed as she sits in a white gown, just observing you. Was there anything else?
There's a lot, but honestly, I think that's the most important right now. I have so many questions, but right now, keeping these people safe is of utmost importance. I'll worry about the rest later.
If you are worthy of my legacy, if you are worthy of their admiration, then you will learn the secrets to unlock that power.
Most people generally hate me, though, is the problem I find.
Have you tried not being an asshole?
You know, I've tried a little bit more lately. I'm trying at least with the people closest to me first. Branching out is a little bit more difficult. But you're not wrong. It's something I'm actively working on.
I know.
Oh, you noticed, did you? How am I doing? Probably terribly, right? No answer, got it. Right. Well, in that case, I'll work it out. I'll make sure I figure this out. Just in case you have any kind of influence on this stuff, keep an eye out for Roman. He's a little bit fragile at the moment.
Is he?
Well,
I see him knocked down, hurt, but he gets up again every time.
oh no, he can murder them like the best of them. Last time we brought him back, he didn't look quite as healthy, and I'm just worried it's taking a toll on him.
Death is taxing on the soul. You lose part of yourself every time it happens. There are solutions to that, and I will not tell them to you.
That's fair. I suppose it's something we have to deal with.
But my advice to you, Little Tempest, don't die. There are a lot of people hoping you will succeed.
Oh. Okay. Bye. Never mind.
Hoping you will die, yes.
That's what I thought!
Die.
Ruined the moment, sorry. Well, the plan is definitely not to die, so I'll make sure that I'll keep as many of these people alive as I can.
Please do.
Alright, well, I hope you're well, you know. I don't really know what gods do.
She just flicks you on the nose and you knocked backwards.
No!
She's gone.
I was trying for pleasantries. Fine,
You
fine.
almost get the impression she's a god, not a booty call.
I didn't want a booty call. I just wanted to say, hope she's well.
Man, your pillow talk sucks.
You haven't heard Tempest pillow talk. He's not the
Damon's
whatever.
about to.
What?
As you muffle into a pillow.
I'm
You know,
intrigued and concerned.
I'm more concerned.
I'm definitely concerned. What
Roman
the hell are
loses
Damon and I
another
getting
point
up
of
to?
constitution to that.
I feel like I probably lost one or two.
Very well. Anybody else doing anything else?
I do want to go find a painter
Or
and have them paint a black background, white skull over my face to try and intimidate the hobgoblins.
despite the fact that you are orange, blue, and white.
Yep, black background, white skull. I've read that war paint works.
Okay.
Keeping the
Get your
orange,
war face on!
keeping the orange poncho.
Cameron just walks up. You're going to die now.
Orange goes with black, so it's fine.
All right.
There is one thing I would like to do. 23 would like to take 24 to the bridge and take the saddle and reins off.
Oh.
Aww. Aw.
Don't do that to me
And-
twice.
I'm sorry, I have to.
Ah,
So, well, buddy, I'm sorry that we haven't been able to spend a lot of the last month together, but it is best that I think you have a better chance out there. If you come back, then, well, maybe I'll see you again, but I don't think you're safer here.
make an animal handling check.
With advantage.
Y'all didn't see Monday Night Game. Y'all don't know.
I did.
He runs like 11 steps and gets grabbed by the dragon.
11.
No, this is 23 gets just perma rage because the horse trots off and the dragon just.
So, in a slightly out of character note, one of my friends found a baby rabbit that had a broken leg and brought it back to health. And then the day she let it go, a hawk
No.
right in front of her.
Why would you
Good
tell me
God.
these sad
It's
things?
the circle of life.
Yes. The horse looks at you really confused and then just goes off to a nearby pasture and starts eating.
Nope. I'll slap an on its butt and get it to.
It runs off.
I'll take this
Rock
stuff.
said.
And go away. No. 23 will go back in and into the city and prepare.
All right. It is time descending. The dawn of the day when you expect the army to arrive that evening.
Come back.
I haven't left, Mike. I'm still here. It's okay. You can see on the horizon a red glow forming. And as the day marches into noon, you can see the dust cloud of 1,000 and more creatures marching towards the city. As day descends, soon you can see the army itself, a mile or more. Giants, hobgoblins in near infinite numbers, manticores, lizards the size of small horses covered in blue scales. There are razor fiends in the battle. You do not see a sign of the dragon yet. The only thing you see approaching as the day turns into dusk is a single hobgoblin clad in red armor, holding what looks to be a hammer made out of pure black and gold, moving forward just outside of bow shot, and he holds a flag with the red hand on it and seems to be waiting.
How far away would you say he is?
Outside of bow range, half a mile.
Roman, would
Wow.
you say this is parlay?
I mean, only when you want to parlay, they would wave a white flag to let them know that they're not coming to conquer. This might be just a proverbial waving of one schlong.
That seems very vulgar. Does
Well-
that happen in war?
Let's see how much it shrinks. It's time to make it snow.
Cerulean will nod and he'll say, I'll be back as soon as I can. He'll give you all one look, give a nod, and he'll say, wish luck to us all. And I'll start heading over towards the keep.
Okay. Is anybody going out to meet him?
If he stands there for a while, does it look like is his forces like a good ways back?
You said he's a half mile, so he's over 2,500 feet away.
He does have a few forces surrounding him. He's not totally alone. Like many ogres and a couple of giants.
Ew, that seems risky.
I'll go down and see if there's anyone, like any official.
Bertram looks like he's getting ready to go with a handful of troops.
23 will accompany him.
I'm going to.
I will.
Yeah.
Nope, that means I'm going.
I guess I will come as well, but I'll stay at a bit of a distance.
As you all
Funsies, Core will come as well.
descend down the ladder because the gates are currently locked.
Good job, Renat. That's a wonderfully locked.
Locked and very sealed.
Yeah, they can't get out.
Awkward.
Well, they have people inside letting them in. It's not a big deal. We got ladders for this.
It's not a very good picture, but it's a picture I can give. Like looking for ants, though.
Yeah, it works.
Clad in red armored scales, taller than most hobgoblins, with the devout symbol of Imdrim Roth emblazoned on it. He raises his chin up as you all approach. Are you bearing any flags or banners? Bertram's got Crimson Witch's symbol.
I mean, I have my bow, which has Amael's symbol. Is that going to be a problem?
We never settled on a flag for misfortune, so I don't think any of us are carrying a banner out.
Actually, we did.
A pair of D20s with ones on it.
Accurate.
It was a
statement.
pair.
I never
It was a
agreed
pair
to
of. Yeah, it was a pair of. It was a pair of snake eyes, and then on a pile of gold coins.
I don't think we
Oh,
ever actually
yeah.
got it made though.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
we decided on it, but
Next week.
you know what?
Once you
Because,
save the town.
just to kind of fly a little harder, Roman will take his headband off. He'll kind of unroll it a bit and then put it back on his head, and it will have the blue shield of Marcera on his forehead.
All right.
Well, that's fancy.
Karn appraises all of you, for he will then speak. I claim your town in the name of the Kolkor Sur. Surrender will end your lives quickly. If you resist, I will burn everything you know and love to ash. Nothing will remain of your bodies. These are the only terms I will offer.
Kind of look to Bertram to see if he has anything official to say before I try and say anything.
Bertram will then say, "We knew you were coming. You cannot win. Go home now, and we will spare your lives. Fight us, and you will die." Karn kind of chuckles at that and looks at all of you. "And you, I know you all. I have heard again and again your names. I am not impressed."
Yes, we killed any of your friends.
Yeah, your other three generals were real impressed. Koth, other ones? I don't know, I forgot.
Yeah,
about it.
we killed him.
Their names really
Storm-
were just. Go ahead.
The Storm Lady, we killed her. And then what was the other one that we killed?
You know, it's hard to remember 23. We just killed them so quickly.
They died like pigs. That's all I remember.
That's really all the important parts right there.
That's rude, 23. Pigs have much more dignified deaths.
This guy is gonna pick on you so hard.
3d6 burn damage. Ooh.
Tempest is
Guys,
literally
I tell you to take a point and bard.
Tempest is literally in the back, cackling.
Core is taking notes for vicious mockery.
Roman will kind of just nod at that, and yeah, you are gonna have to shovel that goblin guy off the dirt.
Karn then gestures to one of the giants, who then throws a bag towards all of you. Out rolls several elf heads, a giant head, and some looks like Workelnaw.
Somewhat?
Workelnaw,
Orgelna.
the giant
That was
who,
the name of the hill giant who we enlisted. His
Yeah.
and his daughter's help.
along with Jor the huntsman's head,
Aw.
and
Not
3
sure.
dogs.
What the
Oh,
fuck are the 3 dogs?
They were
His
Jor's.
dogs.
They were Jor's dogs.
What do the dogs do?
Don't we
The
still have
worst
it-
Santa.
Don't we still have some of his dragon heads?
The worst Santa.
Reynard will
Uh,
basically, as he does that, Reynard will take out the head of Regirex and just kind of toss it on the ground. Yeah, we've got those too.
I'll kind of shake my necklace like, these teeth are lovely. You know where I got them? Lots of dragons.
You think
I haven't.
those dragons you fought?
It's funny that you're saying that, parading dog heads around.
It's true. You really didn't impress with the dog heads.
You should get some better heads.
Maybe
Wasn't
a
that
dragon.
giant? Wasn't that giant so old that it could barely stand up?
Yes.
He was indeed like lovely person, but
I know this is dog
Trouble.
around here.
The great wormlord slaying dogs and elderly.
Kevin,
least-
Jesus.
And elves.
I'll look up at
And-
that
the
makes you sound
giant.
better.
Yeah, Rome will look up at the giant that produced the bag. Like, at least one giant had some balls.
I think I'm going to have fun with this.
Is dying fun?
As he just pulls the Shatter Star and hoists it over his shoulder. See you soon. And he will walk off, his entourage following him.
I'll walk back.
Once they're about 100 feet out, I'm just gonna kind of whisper and like, can I shoot them? That wasn't technically parley, was it?
No, don't
No.
shoot them. You're just going to bring everything down on us right now.
That's what
I
I
will
figured.
We are on the
I will
wrong side
sh-
of the walls to shoot them.
That
I
was
will
a
shout
moral
at them.
victory, but a moral victory doesn't mean anything if you lose the actual battle.
I will shout at them as they walk away. You don't look cool, just so you know.
There's not even an explosion or anything.
That went well, didn't it? But hey, it's good to know your enemy, his intentions. I think we've got this.
I see no way this battle goes poorly.
Oh, I see many
Did
ways
they
the battle
leave the
goes
heads?
poorly.
I'm sorry?
Did they leave the heads?
Yes.
Reynard will say, 23, help me gather them up. We can.
I will. Yeah, 100.
I'll help too.
100%.
I do not have the bag of holding to put them in anymore, so we're just gonna have to carry them.
Well, they
Oh,
had the
okay.
bag with them. It was a giant bag, so I'm like, 23, you're gonna have to help carry this.
Yeah.
I'll carry like a dog head.
And I'm taking the dragon head too, just because Reynard may have displayed it, but it's his trophy. He's not getting rid of that. That's for G-Rex.
Carry that on in your bag?
He has it tied to the bottom of his backpack.
Okay. That's a
Yeah.
big thing to carry around.
That's a hell of a thing to carry.
Trophy.
Hey.
Was it Rogeriax? Was the last black one we killed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took
It
teeth,
was the one
damn
we
it.
killed at the elves.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't take the head of Dustbringer, and we didn't take the head of Ozarandian.
As
So
you
we
all,
took the head of Dustbringer, or yeah, Dustbringer was
anyways.
Xerex's little brother, right?
as you
Yeah,
all
that was a while ago.
ascend back up the ladder and stare out to the battlefield, a horn blows. The goblins start stamping their feet, banging, war drums rumming. The battle is about to begin.
How long has it been since we sent off Cerulean?
About 5-10 minutes. I'm sorry, Cerulean went off when the army showed up.
Yes.
Yep.
So it's been close to an hour.
So
Yeah,
it's
well-
snowing right now.
Yeah,
Or it's
while I,
about
was,
to be.
while I was casting the spell, he did just mutter like a prayer for her to watch over him during this.
So yeah, just doing that in retrospect, as we were leaving, Reynard would have been whistling, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Can't hold it back anymore.
I'll kill every single one of you, I swear it.
So just to make sure, I got all this right. I've made it. If I can pull up the actual thing here, because I had to put it up in another window. I've made it snow. I've made it cold. And did you guys want the wind strong or gale?
I think we
Gale.
want, I think we want like galing away from us so that our arrows have more range
Momentum.
and less.
We want to completely eliminate their ability to shoot up at the walls.
Then I will make the wind gale in the direction of the hobgoblin army.
So let it snow, guys, not frozen. This.
Oh yeah, I know. I know that
Yeah.
that's not frozen. I was
Oh,
just,
the weather outside is frightful.
Yeah.
I just wanted to
I
sing
was
Let It
doing
Go.
Frozen. Yeah.
Because Reynard has a sense of humor, apparently.
Very
Does let
morbid
it
sense of
snow
humor.
exist in this world? Let's be fair.
Does now.
Canon.
And
It's
so,
a tavern song during the in the Northern Lands.
Would I have
as-
caught back up with everyone too?
Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay. The world erupts in fire as the giants start making their way forward, encircling the city. Hobgoblins start charging forward, and the battle is joined. Bertram will then look at all of you. Good luck. And he's going to run off to the walls and start guiding the battle.
And we're not at the walls at the moment, are we?
No, you're somewhere in the city waiting for orders.
Okay.
As the battle begins, a few minutes will pass by before you will then hear the link from Jarmath. A detachment has broken off to the south end of the city. They are accompanied by giants and a detachment of hobgoblins. They are carrying rocks with them and are going to start throwing rocks soon. We need you to go after them.
Time to kill someone.
To the south
So
side of
we
the wall,
need-
everyone.
Who are you
Giants are
bringing with
breaking
you
it.
for this particular battle?
Trilara, I think.
That's what
Lara.
we said for giants.
Yeah, is it Troll? Troll is our Giants person.
All right. Let's move you to the battlefield. Engaging onto this now snow-ridden field path, you can see a small overlook where two hill giants have arranged themselves, along with a battalion of hobgoblins flanked by hellhounds. I need you all to please roll for initiative.
Let's do it. Gonna
Don't
roll
forget,
shit.
Roman, 23, and Core, you guys all have 5 extra hit points.
Oh, Roman, did you give us our inspirational speech?
Not yet.
Core, did
It's
you have
ca-
an inspirational speech?
It's coming later. Oh, yeah.
I have it ready. Do you want me to basically just do it as my action?
Also,
more
my
for-
Oh, damn, Roman.
Ready to go.
how do you roll with advantage on initiative checks? Because it didn't work for me.
You have to set it in your character sheet.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna roll again and then modify it from there.
What'd you get,
And
Mitch?
wow, I'm a barbarian, bro.
Oh, cool.
Beth,
So that's
on the
going to
way
be-
on the way out here, like right before at this point, I would have activated my Eldritch Cannon and cast False Life.
Can people hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. My speech was more for the troops, less for us. So this would probably be a good time for Roman's speech.
And you're walking towards the battlefield.
I mean, we saw the army coming. Are you really seriously telling us we didn't have 10 minutes to get this ready? We've been preparing for this for 20 days now.
You can. Something you should have said before we got started, though.
I was
Well, you
waiting
just
for
could have dropped.
Cerulean to-
You dropped the armies here. The guys trying to parlay. We didn't have an opportunity once the army appeared.
I was gonna do it right after Cerulean got his shindig, but now it's
Yeah.
not. First,
I would-
we can get through this one. I think it's more appropriate for-
I would also say that I've brought back Roderick, like I'm bringing him into the fray.
As a weasel.
As an owl now.
Oh, look at
um,
you.
Beth, I would be down here because I said I'm gonna be sticking on Roman all battle.
Okay.
Who's ready to murder things?
Not Reynard. I got a natural 1, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you're not ready.
Anyway, Roman, you have a speech?
I'm gonna wait for the dragon. I assume we're gonna have to travel there, so.
Then Roman, you're up front.
Alrighty. I told Cerulean I would do to keep myself a little more protected. I will cast Blur on myself as my action,
All right.
and I will move.
I can do that now.
30 down that way. And check. That'll be my turn.
No dodge action?
I took the action to do Blair. I can't dodge
Oh,
my
right.
turns.
Okay.
That's
You're
what I'm
kind of-
checking.
Dodging as is.
Tempest.
How high is that cliff?
15 feet.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah, that's totally within range. I'm going to fire a shot at this lovely-looking gentleman.
Okay.
Groovy lagging for anyone else?
No.
I'm a little laggy. It might be just us.
Okay.
19, and I don't know why I shot that, but it's still the same attack. I'll just roll Whisper twice.
Both will hit.
Whisper and Whisper. So both going to that lovely gentleman. No trip attack, no anything like that. I'm scoping things out.
Those two shots. Yep,
I'm gonna dart down here to the south, and I'm done with my turn.
As the battle begins to engage on your end, you can start hearing the distant explosions of fireballs being thrown.
Can I quickly use a bonus action?
Go for it.
Okay. I didn't do this before my turn, but before I shot things, but I'm going to cast what is it called? It is called Divine Favor. So I didn't cast it before I shot, but there we go.
Okay. All right. Core.
All right, so here's how this is going to work. I'm going to. Is the river difficult terrain?
Not river, it's a road.
It's a road. Okay, cool. So we're going to move up to there, and the music box in Cora's chest will begin to spin and play with a little louder as she directs a spell to the hill giants. She is going to cast Confusion.
Okay. Linkity link that spell. Wisdom saving throw on the giant. What's radius?
It's 90 feet. I get to do a 10-foot radius. I'm having trouble using the template though, so give me a moment.
I got you. There you go. Where you want it?
Someone's mic is picking up Groovy. FYI.
Might be mine. No, I'm muted.
Would that hit everything there?
No one on Discord is picking up creepy, oddly enough.
Huh. Yeah, that'll get all three.
Alright, sweet.
And he's outside of your ranged counterspell. Wisdom saves.
They seem like wise individuals.
What's your save DC? Miss Core?
14. Sorry, I have to, because I'm on push to talk, I have to tab through everything slowly.
One giant fails, one giant passes.
Sweet.
And the Devastator?
Devastator will fail.
Ooh.
Nice. So do you want to roll this D10 or shall I? Oh wait, it says it's
On their turn, I think.
At the start of their
Start
turn.
of their turns.
Okay. For my a very different melody will be kind of sent 23's way as she inspires him for
All right.
E8.
Ooh.
All right. Kevin.
Gonna run up behind Roman, and I'm gonna start picking off hobgoblins. I'm gonna shoot at that one.
14 does not hit.
And then shoulder cannon.
15 does not hit.
Cool, getting the bad rolls out now.
All right. Those Trilara is going to action roll to this point. She is going to line up a shot and aim up to take a shot at the Devastator in his confusion. She will take 2 shots. And will hit him twice, and she is going to add an extra D10 to one of these.
Ooh, girl.
With Archer's Eye. So that's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 points of damage to the Devastator.
Need to learn a thing or two from her.
All right, that will hit. The Hobgoblins are going to retaliate. Core, being up in center, is going to get shot at 3 times. Meanwhile, Roman and Kevin are going to get shot at respectively. 3 shots to Core. 1,
At
2.
least they're shooting at me respectively.
Yeah.
1 shot will hit Core for 4 points of piercing damage.
Ooh-wee.
The gale kind of sends it harder, but still manages to clip you. I need to make a con save, please.
I'm sensing poison.
Something.
No.
Confusion is gone.
I didn't even do anything.
Warcaster? Question mark?
I do have Warcaster. Does that give me advantage?
It does.
Yes.
Oh, sweet. Okay, let's do that.
This is why I said the thing.
Come on, Warcaster.
Womp womp.
Oh my god.
I tried.
Oh, it's okay. I love to roll ones.
Get
Me
him out
too.
now. Get him out now.
This is the chump fight anyway. It's fine.
All right. And 2, 1 shot at Kevin, 1 shot at Roman.
We say that until we die to hobgoblins.
Wow.
This is the chump fight.
The shot on Kevin will miss. The shot on Roman will connect.
Just,
Oh, sorry.
I have 1 temporary hit point left. So you haven't actually hurt me yet.
6 points of piercing damage to Roman.
Cord, keep in mind, 8 isn't temporary hit points. That's max hit points. You can heal those.
Forgot. So,
All right. The Hill Giants are going to use their turn throwing rocks at the walls. They both.
Oh, fuck.
You hear a loud crack as one of them smashes directly into the southern gate.
I lose concentration on Blair.
Oh, God.
Chump fight.
Wait, did they actually roll a disadvantage against you?
Oh, hold on.
Disadvantage on Roman will miss. It was a natural 1.
Hooray!
Gotta
Gotta
keep the
remind
game
people
appraised
that.
to all those effects. There's a lot going on.
That's why I put the little wavy effect on me to try and remember.
It's starting to look like we're the chumps.
That's all right. It's all right. So the wall has been damaged. I think those will both hit easily for about 50. Anyway,
I'm going to run forward 40 feet and rage
okay.
and take the and hold my action to attack, I guess.
All right. The Hellhounds are going to take their turn. Why did I minimize turn order? I'll move you over to the side. Heck puppies.
Hacker puppas?
Hacker puppies.
The heckin' pupper.
Minimize that. All right. Here. To here. And they are instructed in their own way to keep charging in. So they're going to get right up to here. Use their action to get up to here. Close, close. The Devastator is going to shake off his confusion. Why is the turn order all fucky? There we go. Okay, he's going to start picking targets out. He is going to take advantage of the cold. This particular gentleman is going to cast Ice Storm.
Oh, no.
As soon as Roll20 rolls. Wow. Okay, I need spell. Roll20 is working really crappy. 1 moment.
It is.
20-foot radius.
I can't move things on my features and traits. It's being very obnoxious.
Right about here.
Sorry for the rest of you.
I need everybody in that sphere to please make a dexterity saving throw.
Nice one, Kevin.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
Oh boy.
Am I a rogue? I thought I was a rogue.
I thought you were. Don't you have evasion?
No.
I didn't get that high.
I'm like
I'm
just-
gonna use one of my flash of geniuses on Roman here, so he gets a 14 on that save.
Okay. I'm 99% sure everybody here will fail that.
Even Kevin?
Even me?
Oh, 19. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was like, oh,
I was
bad.
like, damn!
And a 14 for Roman will pass as well. So, Roman, you only take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. I'm sorry, the total damage is 20 points of cold and 4 points of bludgeoning.
So you don't take any cold if you pass?
You take half, I think.
It's 12 for the pass people.
Yeah, half on both.
Okay.
So two bludgeoning and 10 cold.
Okay.
And everything in this sphere is now considered difficult terrain.
Is it hard to shoot through as well?
No, it's just a difficult terrain for the ground. Rocks and boulders in the area.
Just checking.
Alright. Now I gotta roll.
All right, my false life is gone.
Oh
God.
my god, bless.
Get him out of the way.
I'm not blur-
This is
Must have missed
this is getting
how
ridiculous.
much damage did people who didn't make the save take?
If you did not make the save, it was 4 points of bludgeoning and 20 points of cold.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Cerulean.
Okay. Seeing as I was like so close to that, I'm going to, with probably move right here because you're my shoulder for now. You're about to fucking go flying here in a second. Perfect. Yeah, that guy needs to go. I'm gonna fire 2 Eldritch Blasts at him.
Okay.
Okay.
18 will hit.
Nope, that won't.
How?
This will sail off harmlessly into the oblivion.
That's fine. 9 points of force and. Okay, Core needs a little bit of help.
Guys, stop rolling like me.
Don't say
Like,
that.
we've had like 3 rolls above a 10. That's ridiculous.
I think they were mine.
I mean, my initiative and save have been
First
good.
fortune.
I will. Yeah, I'll healing light on Core. I'll toss her 2d6.
Okay.
4
So
rolls
you
over
heal.
10.
8.
All right.
It was
And
a
then-
mouse.
And then for my familiar, or for Roderick, I need to keep him out of the fight as long as I can until I need to start
What's
healing.
hissing?
What's that?
What's hissing?
You're nothing.
Might be
I don't hear
groovy.
anything.
But yeah, I want to keep him out of the fight as long as I can until people need to get healed. So I'm going to send Roderick as a dash, 120 feet up.
Okay. Renard.
I was planning on doing things less direct, so we're going to hold back a little bit. Reynard is going to move around up to the front just about here. Hopefully I'm within range. Not even close to being able to do what I wanted to do. Fantastic. I am going to... I'm going to firebolt the caster.
Okay. 19 will hit.
11 points of damage.
All right, he is badly hurt.
That's my turn.
Would the wind affect Cerulean's small bird?
They can't fly.
Oh, you're right. Shit. Then-
Wait,
Back down.
then what does that do about the arrows they're shooting?
They're kind of disadvantaged for most of your shots anyway.
Can't really ask for more than that.
All right.
I think it's really hurt us so far has been the ice storm. Really.
Anything else, Renard?
No, just a fireball.
All right, Roman, back to you.
Alrighty. Poppers. Guys in the back. Yeah, I gotta do what I normally do. So I'm assuming it's for me to get out. It's 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so 10, and then just there, and I'll give him the old Inari one too. Actually, I will, instead of just doing a regular stab, I will do a booming blade on this pup.
All right. 14 does not hit.
So I will can't do bonus action attack. I'll bonus action disengage and move back this way. Is that a cliff down or cliff up?
Cliff up.
Okay, so I'll move closer to it. I didn't want to fall.
All
All right, I'll finish there.
Tempest.
All right, I'm gonna come down here and take a shot at this guy who's doing the ice storm.
You also have disadvantage.
Because of the wind.
Yep.
Would I have disadvantage on a shot closer to me?
Yeah.
I'm just checking, because like
Yes.
shooting 10 feet is a lot easier than 20, like 100.
Gale force winds are 45 mile an hour plus.
True, but if I'm shooting like here as opposed to there, much easier. Okay. I'll shoot the one that's further away if they're both disadvantaged. Okay. With disadvantage, that's a 19 still.
19 will hit.
So that's 16 points of damage to that guy.
He is dead.
I was hoping so. And I will. Let's see. Are they picking up? Are they going to throw stones once? Are they already picking up the stone to throw?
The Giants
Yeah.
already chucked their first round.
Right. I'm asking if do they take a round to like pick up? Is this a slow
No.
thing or are they doing it
They
fast?
can pick them up and throw them in one round.
Okay, so this is happening quickly. In that case, first off, is that ice storm gone because he's dead?
It's already impacted the ground. It remains.
Okay, I didn't realize that. I'll
Not
shoot this.
concentration.
I'll shoot the northern giant if I still get disadvantage anyway.
Okay.
So that's gonna be a 15.
15 will hit.
Okay. 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And I will not retreat, but I'm gonna just try and get a better shot on some of these other guys. I'm done.
Okay. Core.
Okay, so to keep these things, the hellhounds, off of the casters, Core is going to trudge through this horrible terrain up to this hellhound and body block it.
Okay. Anything else?
Yes, I just have to remind myself if I can do 2 attacks or not.
Yeah. College of Valor? Yeah.
I can indeed. These days, I see.
16 will hit.
Nice. That's, I think, the 3rd one I've rolled so far.
7 points. All right. Anything else?
That, actually, no, I'll cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay.
And that will be it.
All right. Kevin.
I'm gonna shift to here. And I'm gonna keep taking shots at those hobgoblins.
All right. $18.
So that's just 10 damage.
To which one?
This one.
Okay. 10 points of damage. Ow. He is badly hurt as you shoot him in the face.
Shoot him in the face.
And then I don't know if it matters for the advantage disadvantage thing, but the shoulder cannon is technically a ranged spell attack.
Okay. 17 does not.
Okay. That's gonna be my turn.
All right. As Trilara moves in front of Reynard, seeming to provide at least him with some cover, she is going to call out, her voice kind of fading off into the wind. Focus the giants so they do not destroy the wall. She's going to fire twice. And will miss once and hit once. Another 12 points of piercing damage to Big Fatty over here. She's going to throw another round of Archer's Eye into it for an additional D10. Another points of 7.
Thought about that
giant.
7.
This giant is now bloodied. He is pissed off.
Is he looking our way now?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Great.
The goblins, seeing the futility of trying to shoot arrows into this, are going to start maneuvering. This one's going to spend his turn trying to climb down, which goes pitifully well as he slips, falls, and crashes into the ground, takes a little bit of damage.
Where's our vicious mockery? We need it now.
The futility of firing arrows only to slip off the cliff and die.
He didn't die, he did a little bit of damage. They're going to start moving forward. They are going to take dodge actions on their turn.
Damn
Yeah,
it,
'cause
double disadvantage.
I was like, it's not hard enough to hit them.
All right, one hill giant is going to take a rock, and he's going to chuck it at you, Tempest.
That's rude and hopefully a disadvantage.
Why would it be a disadvantage?
I don't know. I hope for things.
Far away.
Heavy.
Tired.
So
Oddly
far,
enough,
it's like across the map.
Oddly enough, it actually is a disadvantage, just not for the reason you think.
It's out of range.
That will still hit you,
Son of a bitch!
as you were going
Disadvantage
to catch.
with
As you were going to catch a whopping 27. At 19 points of bludgeoning damage as you get whammed into the shoulder by this boulder.
I am not a fan of that. And I'm going to have to roll for a concentration check. Yay me.
Guys, at least the dragon's not here, right?
I think I'm fine.
Yes. The second giant is going to keep throwing another rock at the wall, or correction, at the gate. That will connect. It takes a pitiful 12 points of bludgeoning damage. That was a crap roll.
Yeah.
1, 1, 3. Yeah, okay.
Pride is
Alright.
still from being insulted.
I feel pity for it, except I just took 19 points of damage.
All right, 23.
I am going to move to here. And I'm going to take 2 attacks. Well, first I'm going to zap it.
As you hear a
Oh, that's more of a.
It's improved that.
as opposed to normal, what is like little lightning strikes out of your form, you actually feel the pulsing energy wind up from your base and strike out from your chest towards this creature. The Behir's coils wrapping through your body, almost like electric veins. It has to make a dexterity save. Where are you, Mr. Hellhound? There you are. It will unfortunately pass.
3 points of lightning damage.
That's still better
And
than
then
normal.
Yeah, you're right. And then I'm going to hit it twice with the Frostbrand.
Okay.
Frostbrand.
One of those will hit.
24. Can I use the inspiration, or do you have to use that beforehand?
You have to declare it before they roll.
Okay.
But I'm sorry, that's DM inspiration. Attack rolls, you can add it to it.
So that's a D8 then.
Yes. DM inspiration, you have to let me know ahead of time.
1.
4 does a 16 hit.
16 hits.
Okay, so
Alright.
both hit then.
What? Look at you doing things.
You rolled a 24 for 24.
24 would be proud.
Or
And garbage damage.
Hope
10,
enough.
17, 18, 19, 20, 25. Hey, it wasn't garbage to him. He felt that. He's bloodied. All right.
And that's my turn.
All right. In that retaliation, the Hellhound's going to turn around and try to bite you, 23. I believe that will miss. The second one's going to bound over to Kevin and take a bite out of Crime.
Kevin hasn't stolen anything in ages.
And that will miss Kevin. The Devastator is dead. That is the end of his turn. The Ice Storm effect goes away.
End of a
I
lot
thought
more
you
than his
said.
turn.
Wait.
It was the end of his next turn.
Ah, okay.
I'm sorry, I skipped Cerulean. Cerulean.
She told us to focus on the hill giant, so I'll go and do that. Plus easy targets, so Eldritch Blast on him. Pew pew.
Okay. 22 will hit.
And
16 will hit.
so for 25 points of force damage.
All right.
And then, seeing the futility and kind of a little annoyed that we're against the guild this time, I'll have Roger kind of stay behind me so that way he's a bit harder to hit for now.
Okay.
I'll move a bit further away here, and then everyone looks fine for now. For now, anyway. Have him flutter over here. All right, we're good. That's my turn.
All right. Reynard.
Reynard is going to move 20 feet forward. He's going to pull out the Wand of Webs, and he is going to cast webs all over the ground right about here. Which, if by my calculations is right, in a 20-foot square, should be enough to web down both of the giants.
I like it.
It's a dexterity saving throw for them.
Giants are many things.
DC 15.
Dexterous is not among them. And they will
Okay
both
with that.
fail.
Awesome. He will cry out, "I have to hold them for maybe a couple of seconds," and then he will fall back and try and hide behind these rocks so he doesn't draw any more ire.
Okay. Back to the top. Rumman.
Alrighty. 23 did it. Fuck. I'm gonna swing around this way, and I'll take a stab at this guy again, and I will go for a booming blade again. Yeah.
14 does not hit.
So I will bonus action disengage. Move to here. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Tempest.
All right, I'm going to
Rapidly discover that these rocks being thrown at you are nothing you can take for granted.
Get it. Granite.
No, I got it.
I got it. It's a rock pun.
I got it.
Woo!
We all
I
take 1d4
got
psychic
it.
damage.
I'm thinking more like 1d12. Okay. Why do you put me through shale?
Shale is the greatest NPC in all of Dragon Age.
Anyway, I'm going to move up a little bit, and I'm going to shoot. Let's change that up a little bit. Let's go that way, so I don't accidentally shoot Roman. Well, I might still accidentally do that.
The wind just curves your arrow.
I am trying my damnedest not to make that easily happen. I'm going to shoot this hound puppy who looks really hurt
Okay.
with disadvantage. That's a 19 with disadvantage.
19 will hit.
And
Tempest taking all the good rolls.
16.
Dead puppy.
Dead pupper? Alright, let's try for a dead giant. I know it's like super fucking disadvantage, but it's just regular disadvantage for me.
Ray 5e.
21.
With a plus 11, does it frickin' matter?
Sometimes.
4. That'll hit.
12 points of damage to the already damaged giant.
All right.
And is he looking? He's already rough. I'm just gonna throw in a war priest, so I'm gonna shoot again.
Okay.
25. Another 14 to him.
With that final shot, you watch as it whistles through the air, sailing. It seems to bend almost like it's going off course before it twirls about twice and then lands right between the eyes of this giant. And it looks really dumbfounded. And then it
Mainly it just looks dumb. All right. I'm done with that turn. I'm just going to fall back a little bit so there's no AoE. All right, done.
Core.
All right. Let me think for a second.
Make him explode.
Can you put a 15-foot cube on the map for me? I tried and I broke it.
Here you go.
Okay, what I'm gonna do instead is just run up to one of these dudes and I'm going to double attack.
No one's gonna save me from the Hellhound.
I already shot one hellhound.
Actually, I might do that. All right. Kind of figured Roman was helping you with it, but if Core sees that no one's helping you, that would be it.
I'm attempting. It's just not going according to plan.
Okay. $17 will hit. 8 will not. All right. 6 points of damage.
I do so much damage, you guys.
But you can take
Yeah,
a
you do.
punch.
That'll be my turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a step back.
Okay.
Okay, cool. No opportunity attack, I guess. And I'm gonna shoot him twice and hope that shooting at 10 feet with a musket doesn't induce disadvantage.
Okay.
But if it does, it doesn't matter. I hope.
You can always hope.
I actually I know that 20 hits because 17 just hit it.
I'm sorry. You're shooting at the Hellhound?
Yeah, the pupper.
He will take attack of opportunity against you.
Okay.
Nom nom.
That's what I was waiting for off the bat. I was like, is he not going to bite me? Okay.
Yeah, he got you.
I can dig that.
I'm sorry, no. Your AC is higher than I thought it was. He misses.
Artificers.
Am I right?
Forged, actually.
Robots.
Robot artificers.
Okay. Those 2 shots will hit. 8 and 13.
Pop, pop.
All right, the Hellhound is wounded. Tralara is going to start picking off the other giant. She's actually going to step back and take her 2 disadvantaged shots.
You all see how she gets so upset when we say tra la la, and now she's saying tra la la.
I did it patiently. One of those will hit for 11 points of damage. She is going to use an additional D10 while her last of the archer dies. For 4 points of damage.
She's going through that resource real fast.
Well, she's not sticking around.
That's fair.
All right, the hobgoblins are going to. This one's going to dust himself off and get up and move 15 feet forward over here. These ones are going to start engaging. One of them is going to attempt to grapple you, 23.
What?
That's the wrong character.
Wish to snuggle the electrified warforged.
This feels like just a bad idea.
23
hard as a
can't
start.
help it. He's good at hugs.
Strength
Athletics, actually, I think it's your
athletics check. Okay.
Yep.
It's a
I
raging
have
you have
advantage.
advantage. Yes.
Yep, I do.
Please roll. There you go.
Oh yeah, he tries to hug you, and you just flex him out. Top.
It's like fighting a child. He goes up to do something, and you just hand to the face.
I have come to destroy you.
I only like hugs from my friends.
The other ones are going to make attack rolls against you, and we'll both roll 5 and 5 and miss.
Sneaky suspicion.
Yep.
This one's going to attack Core and will miss. Miss Core, you bring up your shield and out of the way. All right. The hill giant is going to look at his friend. Boom! And he looks around rapidly for who killed it. And he is going to pick a target. 1d8.
Is he on the ground with web?
He is restrained.
He is restrained. As he's trying to look at a target for who dared, he's still going to try to break out of the web. He is not free. He rolled a fucking Tempest roll.
Yeah.
Wonder Web, baby. I could have been doing this the whole campaign.
I'd like to point out I've been hitting things even at disadvantage this whole fight.
What's Wanda Webb's DC?
15.
Yeah, he made a 12. On a giant, made a 12.
Welcome to my life, the entire Against the Giants campaign.
Why didn't the dragon I was trying to shoot out of the sky roll crappy ones?
Because +6.
He's got +5.
They don't always roll great. There's 20 numbers on that D20.
23.
I'm gonna zap the fuck out of the one in front of me.
He's dead.
Not. Well, okay. And then I'm going to action or movement, get to there, take the 2 opportunity attacks.
You are hit once for 4
Okay.
points slashing.
Reduced to 2.
Yep.
Yep. And then I am going to use my action to get next to the giant.
Okay.
Or yeah, action dash, and with athlete, I should be able to.
All right.
As far as movement speed.
Okay.
Rage
The remaining
crimes.
Hellhound is going to turn about and try to fight Core. And will miss.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Oh, so the Core's surrounded, so I'm gonna go and help her.
Surly Ublin.
And 2 on the Hellhound.
Okay.
Nope.
Solid.
Better.
26 will hit.
For 15 points force.
How much damage?
Agonizing Blast is crazy, ain't it?
I'm a warlock.
Gotta
Imagine
love it.
if you threw a couple levels of Sorcerer in there and could quick cast him.
Don't tempt me.
So anyway, I stopped blasting.
It's an actual thing.
So
Okay.
Beth,
I
I've been thinking.
love boss creatures that are immune to spells X and lower. Oh.
I've been meaning to talk with you about Alyssa lately.
I think there's anything else I really.
Your game needs to play before we can talk about Alyssa lately.
Fair.
Yeah, that'll be it.
All right, Renard.
Reynard is low-key just a little sad that he killed that hobgoblin, so he couldn't try and kill them both. So at this moment, he looks about, and Reynard is just going to toss a firebolt towards this injured individual right here.
Okay.
24 or 10 points of fire damage.
As he gets up, dusting himself off, you see him start running away from you, and just... And he gets shot to the side and just collapses down, falling down dead.
Takes a snap. I will creep along the interior of this cliff here, staying where the giant can't see me, but keeping an eye on the battlefield.
Okay. Roman.
Okay, let's see if I can use 23's opening to get some damage finally. I will shoot up to here and just try and ram this guy in the ribs with another booming blade. Yeah. I caught the Tempest.
I'll boom your blade.
Oh no, Tempest!
The Tempest virus.
Bonus action disengage.
Corona natural ones.
I thought you were a swashbuckler.
Hey, just so you guys know, our Zoom chat is showing up on stream, just so you guys know.
What?
But
It's showing up on Tempest's when you guys chat, just so you guys know.
What?
Yeah, watch. Look at Tempest.
Oh,
If you look at Tempest's thing, it'll
it's all
pop
on
up.
Zoom chat. I can see just a little bit of it.
Anyways, just so you guys are aware.
Huh. Interesting.
Damn
No,
it,
but
Tempest.
I believe I have to do it that way because it's only when I make a melee attack, and it's a melee spell attack, so I just split the difference and just assume I have to disengage. So disengage there, and that's my turn.
Bad luck, Nancy. What you doing?
You know,
Or
I
hitting
think
everything and
decent.
fight this battle.
I've been killing things. I'm gonna try and shoot Pupper over here because fuck Pupper. Disadvantage is 27.
We
still.
can joke all day, but when he rolls like that, there's nothing to say.
That's just 17.
That's just dead.
Just a casual 17. I would like to deal with this one next to Core as well.
Okay.
That's a 23. No joke? Okay. 13. Two shots, 2 kills. Moving on.
Oops.
Anyway, I start blasting.
Okay.
Thanks,
Anything
Sean.
else? All right.
I'm
Cora,
done.
as you see your kills get stolen away from in front of you.
Love you, Core. I just helping.
That's okay. I desperately want to do something, so I'm gonna move in between those hobgoblins, and I'm going to cast Thunderwave. I imagine it's kind of like just a blast of noise comes from Core, like a trumpet or horn going off that just
Vuvuzela.
hopefully sends them flying.
World Cup.
To be fair, if I was next to that, I'd probably want to go away too.
I'd definitely.
Oh, that
go away.
damage though.
Whoa.
It's just this.
It actually didn't give me a chance to cast it at a higher level for whatever reason.
And you don't have the sheet set up to do that way.
I
have
would
to
like
go
to
into
do
it and
it
keep
at
the higher
one
level.
more level if I can.
Roll 3d8. As you bring your heads together and just go, both of these hobgoblins grab their ears in pain before they just, you could hear the pop as their blood veins burst. And
Cut
they
the
collapse.
hell out of that base.
That's pretty good. That was really nice.
Excellent.
All right.
We did it.
Except
All right.
for one. There's still one left.
Nope, they're all dead.
We can go home now. Leave the other giant alone.
The
He's fine.
battle is over. We won.
It was an emotional victory. He can't fight anymore. Discontinued.
He is feeling rather sad.
Kevin.
Oof. That's better.
Those
I
were
assume a
both-
13 misses.
No, giant hit.
Ha!
Giants are really, really fat.
Suck it, giant.
Jesus.
30 damage.
Tempest, you have no room to talk.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Blowing away everyone. He's like, wow, you do a lot of damage.
You hit 2 attacks? Holy cow!
What's that like?
Kevin, you're still adding +5 to your cannon.
Did it not go off?
Mm-hmm. Just have your dex.
Okay,
on
subtract 5 from that force cannon then.
That
That's
will
not
not
bad.
Oh, you know what? It's probably because I have my sheet popped out. Hold on. So it's
13.
25
Crack
damage.
5.
Then.
Yeah. Okay.
Should be
Actually-
fixed now. If not, we will see.
Shalara's going to take her shots. Hey, she hits twice.
She crits because it's straight rolls. He's still restrained.
Yep.
Web was useful. Yes.
Web was very useful.
That was an amazing spell.
It is absolutely an amazing spell. This is why I was so upset I gave up the wand to Cerulean and he never used it.
I thought about using Entangle on that dragon to keep it flying off.
I'm sorry. I think I totally respect the web spell.
All right.
That's great.
Disrespect.
If they fail, it's great. If they don't, it's like, well, why bother?
Restrained, he can still swing, though I believe it's a disadvantage.
Disadvantage on attack rolls, yes.
He's going to take 2 swings at 23.
Can't hit on the wands.
As he takes a club and just tries to boom, boom at you twice, 23. He will hit you once for 26 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 13.
Oh, that's a bit of damage, eh?
What's a bit of damage, yeah? Yeah,
Canadian
absolutely.
accents a lot.
Huh?
So I bet you hear the Canadian accents a lot up there in North Dakota, where you could swing a rock and hit them.
Nope. Not a thing.
Eh?
All right, 23, your turn.
Do I have advantage because it's restrained or?
Yeah.
Sweet. I was gonna totally go reckless, but I don't have to. I'm gonna zap him with my zap.
Zap him with your zap.
5 points of lightning damage if he
Yep.
deck safe.
He can't. No way.
It's it's disadvantage. But
It's
you could roll double
restrained.
natural 20. Who knows?
He rolled a
Restrained is
6.
fail.
Okay.
Okay, 5 points lightning damage, and then 2 attacks with advantage. The frost brand.
I
Beat
asked
him
him
up.
thing. Aw.
Still hit.
Both hit.
That still hits. Oof. Oof.
Put him in the ground.
For 20
34.
and 36 points of.
Kick his ass, Seabass.
Ah, I was just about to say that.
All right, how do you want to chop this giant's head off?
Just right, cleave him right down the center.
And he will collapse on the ground, dead, wrapped up in a snow-filled web mess.
We did it.
What's the next fight at? There's got to be more coming.
Obviously. I'll point back
And
at the
then
city.
Heaven, you should contact the gods and show that they know that this is done with and ask what else they might need help with.
Yes, I agree.
I would go help Core out of the mass of dead bodies she's currently entangled in.
Hand up to my ear, or side of my head. I don't have ears. We have
How
killed
are you
the...
wearing the earring?
Huh?
How are
I
you wearing
assume
the
I just
earring?
plug it into my USB port, like my micro USB port.
So you have like a little pole that just kind of pops out and you just hang it on.
Yeah.
Got a
I like
coat
how
hanger for an ear.
We're asking you that question now, of course.
Also, Bethic, can I quickly search that whoever looked to be in charge? I'm assuming the magic or the caster, if he had any orders or anything on him.
Nothing.
Okay.
At
That's
this point, it's just pure battle.
spell book.
I toss him his book.
If he has one.
Oddly enough, it's the same spell list you've already gotten from the other ones.
I know. I'm collecting them at this point.
Just a
Anyway.
trophy
The next
case.
time we run into a guy like this, yeah, you're not impressed by this. I'm gonna start chucking spell books onto the ground.
I'll beep boop the guard captain or whoever it is that's on the other end of the line. I'll be like,
Bertram.
yes, Bertram. I forgot if it was Bertram or the leader of the city.
Yes. All right.
We have finished off the giants.
Outstanding. There's another breach that opened up on the north side.
Ah,
The north side of the west wall.
Let's
There's
get
goblins
moving.
pouring through into the streets. If you can engage them.
we are quite a ways from there, but we will be there momentarily.
Okay.
Is there any sign of the dragon?
Not yet.
Okay, do you want me to mark off a spell for casting mass illusion or whatever?
Yes.
We haven't done it. Did we do that?
Well, we kind of jumped in. I would assume it was done.
Yes, that's part of your preparations. The last.
Okay.
My issue with that is major image only lasts 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's not
Okay,
something
so-
we can prepare before the dragon arrives. Otherwise, he may not show up. Also, it's concentration. So
Okay, so we deal with this, then we try to lay bait for the dragon.
I think as soon as I think as soon as they make the call out, oh, the dragon's coming, is when we rush to the square and.
Okay.
Maybe we lay the
That
bait
makes
on the
sense.
way to this next thing because we're gonna be going past the spot where we're laying the bait anyway.
It's
don't-
concentration, though. We don't want to risk
see
that.
a dragon. Yeah, we don't see a dragon.
The dragon
Wait.
might be not here because it doesn't see any treasure.
How's it gonna see the treasure? We don't see it.
Dragon eyes.
When did it get so dark?
Well, it's dark out.
Oh well, if we were moving and it was dark out, Renard will cast light on himself.
Oh yeah, lights on the boat too.
Beth, I will flip my goggles of night down.
I'm not just gonna run through the dark and wait till we get there to do something about it.
And having lacked the
Hi guys.
actual goggles to cast it on, I just borrowed a pair of like welder goggles from the gnome.
I will also cast my light, which is in the form of like a little light actually on the side of Core's head.
Also, question: how much snow is piled up by now?
Over a foot.
Would it be emanating a faint glow?
No, it's snow.
It's
Well,
like
well, I mean, like I mean, at night when it snowed, like there's a bit of light that bounces off of the
It
snow.
reflects
Not when it's
better.
cloudy.
It's still snow. It does
Yeah,
not emit light.
I tried.
If it is nighttime, then as we arrive, as we get to where we're going, I'm going to cast, like when we get to the battlefield, I'm going to cast Shadow Blade.
I'm
Burn
having
through the
issues.
spell slots.
Sorry, I'm having issues. The map is blurry for me. Is that just me?
It's just taking some time to load in.
Refresh
Okay.
roll 20 if it's really
It was
low.
the same for me when I first joined.
Like the Shadow Blade.
And less important is my token is old, but less important.
Your token is
All
old.
of ours are. All of ours
Wow.
are.
I set this up before.
You've been planning this
Long
for
time ago.
years.
John, can you control the like storm as it goes on?
Let me double check. I believe I can, but
for up to 8 hours. He can change
Yeah.
it over the course of one.
You may want to dumb the winds down a little bit now if the goblins are inside the walls.
it's gonna take some time. It'll take.
We're walking from like one side of the city, outside of the city to the northern side of the city. You probably have time. Let's walk.
Okay, then
10 to
I
20
will.
yeah.
You want to just knock it down to strong wind then?
You
I'd
can
even
change
say
it up to a D4 in a D4 times 10 minutes.
Yeah. I can drop it down to strong wind first, but I can only go up and down whichever I pick, like by one. So it had to be strong wind first.
I assume strong wind knocks our arrows off disadvantage.
We don't want to have our range attacks be a disadvantage against the dragon.
Well, and true. So let's go ahead and start getting it lower.
Yeah, so let's start
because
dumbing that
Okay.
down.
I'll start knocking it down. It'll go down to strong wind now.
Yeah, keep the heavy snow, but let's kill the wind a little bit.
I
Yeah,
need
I'm just
every-
focusing.
I need everybody to make perception checks at disadvantage first.
Of course.
Even me.
You.
Ah, damn.
Joke's on you.
No.
My perception's always a disadvantage.
But I can
Joke's
see in
on
the
you.
dark.
I've
Joke's
only
on
got
you.
a 3.
Hey, you guys cannot see.
Oh, 19.
Only one
What'd you
of
say,
you
Beth?
has, only one of you has a good idea of where the traps might be laid from what Kevin put down in the field.
Oh God.
Damn it, Kevin.
Hey,
I'll
I
be-
wouldn't have a good day with my own traps.
It's dark.
It's
It's snowy.
Dark.
Oh, true, snow.
We painted giant red circles on the walls where the traps were.
Now buildings are on fire, things are destroyed, and there's snow everywhere.
That's fair.
I will point them out to the party as we go and say, Kevin, really, I don't know how effective these are being, but there's one.
Does it
There's
look
one,
like
there's
any
one.
have been tripped on the way over
A few.
by goblins?
These have been.
Like, who's at the bottom of the hole?
They're still alive down there, just staring up, getting snowed on.
It's like a
Kill-
dwarf.
They're waiting for enough snow to accumulate so they can just climb out.
Just a dwarf down there, like,
What do I see with my Genasi eyes?
All right. You guys can arrange yourself on the battlefield. You have approximately 1 minute to prepare.
Cool. Also, I rolled a d4 for how long it took to drop down the window. It would have taken 30 minutes.
Okay.
When you say a minute to prepare, we know they're coming?
I am calculating in my head of 1 minute.
Okay.
Roman, did you give your speech on the way over here?
No, so I was waiting
He's
for the
waiting
dragon.
for the dragon.
So when
Okay.
you say 1 minute, you don't mean we have 1 minute.
You, the players, have 1 minute.
Yes.
We
I
actually have 1
can't-
minute.
I cannot
Stand.
see shit.
Yeah, it's still
I'm
part of
gonna,
Knowing that, then Reynard will cast his light spell on 23's sword instead of himself.
Ah, shit, that makes sense. Roman, you can see, right?
Yeah,
Actually, 23,
don't,
doesn't
do
your
not
sword
put light on
glow?
me.
Don't put it on you. Cord.
No.
They wave a shadow blade at you.
Cole, do you need sight, Cole?
Beth, I'm gonna get. Beth, I'm gonna
That's-
get.
No, I'm quite alright.
Actually-
And Core will tap the light on the side of
Yeah,
her head.
I think you're right because
You have
it's snowing.
10-foot bright, 10-foot dim, and freezing temperature.
Because
Yeah.
it's snowing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what I was saying.
Accidental preparation.
Better than actual preparation.
I was gonna
I
say
didn't
it's
think
like
it
there's so
actually-
much snow.
Beth,
At
I
freezing
will-
temperatures, the blade sheds bright light of a 10-foot radius
I-
and a dim light of additional 10 feet.
Beth,
I'm-
I'm gonna ready the sniper portion of Last Caster, and I'm just gonna hold a shot for any enemy movement.
I kill the light on my bow, pick up a pebble, toss it out because I want to be able to see out there rather than them seeing me.
Find some dim light here.
So
So
I'll-
if there's no dim light, I'm coming up here.
I'm gonna sit on the edge of the trap and.
Oh, and I'm gonna magically
And wait.
tinker 4 rocks to emit 5 foot bright, 5 foot dim. I'm gonna drop them.
Time's up.
Here,
I-
here, here, and here.
So Beth, I tried to do my light thing. I can't actually move the torch after moving it onto the battlefield for some reason, which is weird.
You should be able to see. Why do you need a torch?
Because I'm casting light on a pebble and tossing it out.
Cast light on yourself.
No, I'm casting light on a pebble and tossing it out. I don't want light on my bow so they can see me. I want light on the distance so I can shoot
Oh.
things.
Like, get rid of that.
Hmm?
That was getting rid of something that lets you see. Why can you not see the torch?
I can see it. I can't touch it.
Why are you all writing stuff on that? Stop that.
I said so. I was because I can magically tinker little things to give off illumination. That's where I threw my magically tinkered things.
There's a torch.
That's why I grabbed the torch.
Don't
There yet.
Why is it missing?
reload the page just in
Oh,
case.
it's my torch.
23. If you actually have your sheet set to advantage now. If you hover over that
Yep.
first roll, yeah, the 1 and the 12.
Yep, I changed it. I just forgot to click on my character.
Which is one of my favorite things when I see somebody roll initiative and it's red, but they got like a 17. It's like, damn, that's a +1.
I can
No,
roll
You
tonight.
should. I don't know why you can't move it. You should be able to move it.
Yeah, I still can't. I would just throw it as far as I can. You determine wherever that needs to
Oh, that's why. Roll 20. Will you stop slogging on me?
be. It's logging tonight.
And
Tempest,
I think
why not just cast it on arrow and shoot the arrow?
There you go.
for the streets we had Numos, I believe.
There we go. I would just kind of toss it straight.
The dwarves, right?
We put the dwarves at wall breach duty. So if this is wall breach duty, then it would be the dwarves.
Okay, bringing out dwarves.
Dwarves.
Those
As soon as roll
dwarves.
20 is actually working because it's really
It's-
lagging.
It's rough tonight.
I haven't had any issues tonight, which is weird because
Yeah, me
I'm the one
either.
on Google Chrome.
Yeah, no,
I'm on
neither
Google
have I.
Chrome too.
I'm on Chrome.
The
I'm on Chrome
aces
as well.
for me.
Yeah, because when I try and you know how when you have like your features and traits, you hit the little lock and you can like move things around. I can't actually move things.
Is
All
your
right.
window popped out?
You have 3 dwarves who will aid you in this battle.
Heck yeah.
It's really weird.
Do they all have like finely braided beards and battle
Sorry,
axes?
did you say your window was popped out?
It is popped out, and I tried it
can't
not
do
popped
it
out too.
Okay, yeah, you have to do it when the window's not popped out.
Yeah.
All right. Delete these initiative orders. And now that you're no longer moving, I am going to bring out the first wave of bad guys.
I don't like how you say first wave.
Wait, why are we losing initiative?
I'm sorry? That's old initiative.
No, that was new initiative.
No, we
No,
literally
that
just
was an
rolled that.
initiative.
Was that new initiative?
We just
Yeah.
rolled
Yes.
that. Just look at the chat.
We were.
I mean, I'll roll again. I got a 12. That's shit for me.
We tried to help.
It's okay. It's okay. It's just one of those nights, guys.
I'll roll again by all means.
There's a lot going on.
Roll again and add your initial rolls in there, please. I'm sorry. I think that was old initiative.
It's all right. There's a lot going on.
I wasted a good initiative.
No, you're fine. Why can't I change it?
Because everyone's changing theirs at the same
So,
time.
Right.
People can't change it at the same time, so just take a second. Oh my god.
Right? Every
Not
time.
10,000, damn it.
Holy shit!
There. Alright. I am trying to fix it. There. It is proper now.
Ah, God, stop.
Renair's got like 30 alert
Roman.
feeds on his sheet.
Okay, Roman, go.
Hold on. I can't change. Someone keeps changing it.
Roman, edit it.
There we go.
Tempest, edit.
I'm already done.
It's rough to
Four,
keep.
edit.
I think we're all good.
We're all good. We're just waiting.
Okay,
Chaos.
except for me.
We're just waiting for the NPCs now.
We're
Come
all
on.
chaotic evil.
I can't do the.
Where
it
are
won't
you,
let me add
Michael, by the way?
periods.
Wait, where'd you go?
There we go.
He might be dealing with cats.
That's probably it, yeah.
I'm mostly dealing with cats, yes.
I just
They
keep
are.
looking over and I see a chair. I'm like,
Yeah. This is the first night they've been allowed to, like, play with each other in the entire apartment.
You should just put each of them under a box.
Okay,
That seems. like
rolling
it
up to
would
the first round, Tempest.
Hi.
As you all start taking positions for this battlefield, you can see emerging from those shadows of various corners and alleyways monstrous creatures to which you have a good intimate familiarity with. A manticore, flanked by a variety of hobgoblins. Core, from your position, you can actually hear the crunching of snow as more are approaching from the southern end. They are approaching from 3 directions.
Son of a bitch.
Seth, do I have an angle on that manticore?
I don't know. Press line of sight. Tell me if you do.
I can see it on my screen, but I'm not sure. But like, there's also a house on my screen.
Are you talking about this one right here
Yeah.
to the north? Yeah. If you can
There's
see,
there's a building in your way.
Okay.
Core would indicate to the others, like hand gesture, like point down the alleyway. She's looking down. So there's more coming from that direction.
Okay. Tempest sees a manticore and a little bit of panic ensues. So I'm going to push past these dwarves a little bit, and I'm going to take a shot at this manticore over here. I do have the ability to see it.
I do have one more question. If the snow is a foot deep, is it officially difficult terrain now?
Oh, good point.
Yes.
Okay.
Also,
Okay.
I was holding a bad news shot for when I saw bad guys.
Okay, in the fluff of all the guys yelling about what you're doing, I did not hear that. I'm sorry.
Okay. That's fine. Am
I'm
I
good to wait.
allowed to take it, or do you want me to just
No.
go with my turn?
Way too much going on when you guys yell at each other. All right.
We'll be more organized in our chaos next time. If it's difficult terrain, I will just be able to get in the middle of these dwarves and take a shot at this one. Is the strong wind still disadvantage?
Yep.
Just checking. Okay. I am taking a shot. That's a 17
At the Manticore,
at this guy, yeah.
there is a building in your way.
Wait, that's a build? I'm sorry, my screen's still very, very laggy. I
don't
thought
know.
that was grass. I'm sorry, I literally can't tell. If
If
that's
you
the case,
refresh your page, it still comes up blurry.
it still comes up blurry.
That's weird. I have 2 pages open. One's blurry, one's not.
Yeah, this is what I currently see when I look at it. I'll send it in the Discord. You can see what I'm seeing. But in any case, if that's the case, I'll take a shot at the hobgoblin instead.
Okay.
I assume that's visible.
Yes. I don't know why it's so blurry for you.
Yeah, it's awful. So I thought that was grass. Anyway, I'm taking a shot at him. And that will be a... Oh, I don't have the 1, so it's just 9. I'll turn that off.
How long has it been since the Hill Giant fight, by the way?
To get across town, about 15, 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, Divine Favor lasts a minute, so it's definitely gone.
Okay. 17 and the Hobgoblin does not hit.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
Oh, I get 2 shots, right.
Yep.
A 29. 7.
All right. Miss Core, roll 20, please stop freezing.
Rough night.
Okay,
Is
I'm
that,
gonna
did you
take
just
up.
skip the hobgoblins?
I did. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead with the hobgoblins.
They're
Hobgoblins.
moving.
That is
They're
building.
moving. Barking out orders. Now Core's turn.
We here at TTRP
Difficult
apologize for our
terrain,
activity.
right?
Technical
They
difficulty.
moved a little far.
I didn't hear Renard.
He was making a joke.
Here we go. Slogging through the snow.
Okay, Cora is going to peek her head out and shoot one of her darts at the closest guy. Not the vicious dart.
Granted shot.
That dart is special.
Unfortunately, Aves. Tink. All right. Roman.
Alrighty. So I'm going to stay in the shadow over here. I'll move it half speed to this little nook within the building. Is there enough of a nook for me to kind of try and press myself flat?
You can try. I believe just some partial cover.
All right. I will press up into it and take the bonus action hide. See if I can be a sneaky boy.
You can do it.
Maybe.
Fucking do this.
And I will hold my action to attack with the shadow blade if anyone comes within reach. That is
Right.
an enemy.
23.
I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Okay. Kevin.
I will take aim at this one.
Which one? I'm sorry.
This dude.
Okay. You're gonna set it up to take a shot.
No, I'm firing my musket.
Okay.
Infusadid muskets and gross. Good thing I can't misfire.
Both of those miss. You're not using the new gun.
No, I'm using my infused musket.
Okay. Trillion.
I will also take the dodged action. Wait for them to get closer.
Okay. The Wolf Reaver dwarves are not going to wait for that. And they're moving, slogging really through the snow as you see these chest high. There's fucking snow!
Do we tell the dwarves about the trap?
Yeah, as a free action, I will be like, "Watch! Do not step in front of me. There's a trap."
Okay. All right. Reynard.
Where was I? Here. Renard will go 15 feet, the extent of his movement, to about here. And I can see a little bit of that. Renard is going to place his hand on the front of the staff of the Eureka Zarl, drawing fire from it, as he will conjure a fireball and just chuck it in the middle of those hobgoblins. Dragging out the circle. I'm using a staff for this one, so it's a different color, because that's how that works. I want to put it like right. I can't actually see the manticore, so I'm going to go for like right here.
I'll help you in just a second. Roll 20 is doing a thing again. Okay. Cool.
Burn. Burn.
Okay. I don't know why my roll 20 made a whole white screen. That was interesting.
It's just being funky.
Yeah, I'm clicking on things and I'm getting a 15, 20 second delay.
It's
Or-
really rough.
Mine's fine.
Yeah, it
I'm
just took me
glad
a
for
while.
you. I still just assume I'm playing in Pixel Land.
That giant puff as the fireball detonates, many poor hobgoblins are going to automatically fail their rolls and just die, because even if they pass, they still die.
I am a fan.
Look at Reynard murdering everything.
Yeah.
I do that sometimes.
She told us we
Occasionally.
could bring one person to the fight. She didn't tell us that only one of us is actually going to be effective in that fight.
I mean, that was one spell, guys. Let's not toot my horn before we finish the fight.
No, toot your horn, darn it!
There's a manticore coming. That was just a bunch of hobgoblins. I killed the minions with a 3rd level spell.
Look, I've killed. Go ahead.
I was gonna say aggressive duty.
But that's my turn.
Okay. I'm waiting for roll 20 to catch up.
Knee deep in dew.
Look, Kevin, I've nearly killed a manticore by myself before. Thanks for the help, by the way.
Can I even see the manticore?
Buildings and
Probably not.
Yeah, I can't. You can't either.
I can, but
I can see it.
I have a wider angle than you, and I can't shoot it.
I can see it just fine. Can you
I can
not?
see it. I can't shoot it.
You
Well-
can't actually see it in character because there's a building right here.
Yeah.
I can't. Now that I know there's a building there, no, I can't see it.
And roll 20 crashed on me. I have to reload the page.
We don't even know there's a. We don't even know there's a manticore, Tempest.
I didn't know there was a building there.
I think they're a myth.
Is it still blurry for you, Mike?
Yeah, but I'm dealing with it.
I'm really sorry about that.
It's fine. Now that I know it's a building, it's fine. I apologize for trying to shoot through it.
Now it's a pixelated blur to me.
Yay!
Yeah, it's so weird that one of my pages loaded just fine and the other one's just still blur.
Yeah, it rolled fine for me on Mozilla, but on Chrome it looks awful.
I'll try Mozilla. That might save it me.
I'm on Chrome. It's one of my pages works.
Yeah, we also have God tier internet.
So do I.
Yeah.
I still... You know, I'm coming to think that I've seen this on this style of map before, and I think it might be the creator's compression issue. I think I need to make them PNGs instead of JPEGs.
Yeah.
Hard to say.
But I will.
Yes, do that.
Things.
I'm being yelled at by the other artist. Do that.
PNGs are vastly superior.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I still have
Yeah.
a really.
Over Jupus.
Carrying on. All right. The manticores are going to take their turn. They are going to start flying.
Wait, manticores? like
Manticores, plural.
That's his name, Manticores.
Congratulations. Now we know there's more. And
Okay.
we're
You
terrified.
run that
Tempest, can you run
advance to get that
backwards like
torch,
100
10
feet?
farther.
What about me?
You're a little too close to me for comfort with manticores here.
Oh, sorry. I know I attract them.
They're going to fly 20 feet up and 30 feet over.
They can fly in these ones.
It's more like getting low to the ground, hovering, just hopping.
I mean, Cerulean also did decrease the strength of the winds.
It's
They're
taking
strong
30
winds.
minutes though, and if we only took 15 to 20 minutes here, it's still slowly going down.
It's not typhoon force winds. It's just really strong winds.
We've gone from a Cat 4 to a Cat 3.
There are going to be many tail spikes flung in your all's general direction, but the closest person happens to be 23.
Why are they firing at your wall?
What?
What?
You're all
Classic risk.
Oh. No, you don't get chuckles for that.
I'm sorry, everybody's shooting at Kevin.
I approve of this change in direction. Can they shoot at Ian somehow?
It still hit 20 Tempest somehow.
Somehow.
Rocks
The
fall,
winds.
Kevin dies.
Kevin takes
Wait, you're actually shooting.
14 points of piercing damage to Kevin.
Okay.
As these manticores bound forward, suddenly hear an awful pun and just...
Even the wind couldn't save you.
DM aggro is a terrifying thing.
All right.
I make an awful pun.
I can get away with it. I'm the DM. All right.
I'll keep
Granted,
that in mind on Mondays.
All right. The hobgoblins are going to start making their maneuvers. 15, 15. These two are going to take shots at Core at disadvantage.
I don't see an X on this guy, but he is dead, right?
Which one? The center one?
This one right here.
No, he's not.
He got fireballed too.
He did,
But-
he did
okay.
die.
All right, just making sure.
He's heartier than the others.
Fair enough.
Oh, good.
Two
Hearts.
disadvantage shots. One will connect with Core, dealing 4 points of piercing.
Oh no.
In your sarcasm, you may make your rolls.
I'm always sarcastic and I always make rolls. You okay over there? Okay, just checking. I see an arrow come for Core. I'm not about that life. I'm going to. That could easily be bad with disadvantage. Never mind. I'm gonna shoot this manticore. Sorry, Kevin.
Why are you saying sorry to me?
Because if I roll a natural 1, I have a feeling you're about to be really sad.
Oh yeah, I just put it at the back of my head. You know.
Yeah, probably. Sorry. Oh, right. I reloaded. That's why I can't find my thing.
If you're gonna shoot me, just make sure you take me out. I don't want to feel nothing.
Well, apparently that's what I'm doing.
I don't want to feel nothing. Just
Unless I'm not in line of sight of you, I don't really know how this is gonna work.
good night, sweet prince. I don't want to feel nothing.
That's a natural 1.
I know. Do I shoot him?
Yeah.
I was just checking because I'm not
Make
completely.
Make another attack roll.
This is what happens when you don't help.
No,
Core.
not damage, just an attack roll.
That's what that was.
That was you
That was
rolled
damage.
damage.
I mean,
It was
I would say-
damage. Make an attack roll.
Oh. 18.
You
Good
shoot him in the
that
back of the head.
Didn't try to help Eco, otherwise you'd have an arrow in your back again.
I kind of figured that might happen.
9 points of damage to Kevin as you chunk.
18
Sorry.
is below my armor class.
He's 5 feet away from you. He's not
Alright.
attacking you. It's a It's a bad
A
shot.
misfire. It's.
Fuck's your armor class?
19.
Jesus.
pretty good. Anyway, here's a second
Oh, I
shot.
forgot you got armor, didn't you?
A
Yeah, I have-
16
I have
to a manticore.
Max dexterity, set of leather, and I put enhanced armor on.
16 will hit a manicore.
Okay. Give me a second here. Let me check my. It's not. Never mind. I'm just gonna shoot it. That's just 12. I'm done.
All right.
Sorry, Kevin.
The Hobgoblin Captain is going to move forward
You see
toward.
my shoulder cannon just turn around and look at you.
You know, you constantly talk about taking my leg off. I'm just saying. Sometimes you deserve things.
It aims down at your leg.
That's fair.
Tempest, you feel a javelin whiz by your face. As the Hobgoblin further south throws it at Core, misses. As it keeps on sailing with the wind guiding it, goes right in front of you, very Leonidas to Xerxes style. You don't get quite clipped for the earring.
Oh shit!
Core, it is now your turn. I'm sorry, this one's moving as well.
You done now?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to pew pew at one of them and retreat around the corner some more.
Okay. Uh, 18 will hit. Which one you hitting? Okay. Roll damage. 3 and 6.
Look, it does more damage than my rapier.
Roman.
I will stay against the wall and cry in Shadow Blade as all my friends bring light to me.
Awkward.
I will maintain my stealth and maintain the held action of hitting something with my Shadow Blade if it comes in melee. That is it.
All right. 23.
I'm a huck a javelin at a manicore.
Disadvantage shot.
Been a while since I've done one of these. Watch out, 12.
Unfortunately, no.
I'm a huck another javelin at a manicore.
Be like,
19.
that'll do it.
19 will hit.
Have you ever seen you throw javelins?
Yeah, you have.
It's been a while.
4 piercing damage. I don't think I had. Yeah, I'm not raging. Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea. And I'm going to bonus action Rage.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Kevin.
I will shoot twice at this manticore. Oh, wait, hold on. I tried to fire a musket, and so I selected the musket in my inventory. Oh, good, an 11.
Does not hit. 19 does.
Yeah.
All right. Trillion.
I'll Eldritch Blast the one Kevin was shooting at.
Okay.
Are they close enough?
Yeah.
And
Your rolls are on fire today until you roll that 10.
you have to say something. You ruined
Why
it.
did you say it?
Oh, 15 points of force damage though. Max damage again.
That's a bloody manticore.
Whew. So close.
It's already,
Fancy.
it's already hating you more than Tempest.
Well,
That's
speak.
impressive.
Eh.
Here.
The dwarves are going to start using their dashing movements through the snow.
No one horse open slide.
I knew that was coming, and I didn't say anything anyway.
I
Nard.
thought I was muted, but I cackled.
Nobody's going to help Core, and I'm in the worst possible position to do anything about it.
I'm actually heading that way. I just couldn't shoot without shooting.
I'm holding the corner.
I will move 15 feet to... I'll move to here. Reynard is going to turn towards the Manticore, and he is going to conjure what appears to be acid or a green ball floating in the air, for he will shoot it off towards the Manticore and this hobgoblin here. They're both going to make dex saves.
Ooh, some acid splash.
Do you see the manticore is 20 feet up?
No. He
No,
he
okay.
jumped up and then landed.
Yeah, 'cause if they stay airborne, they fall.
They're kind of using their flight as like more jumps, really.
To get over the difficult terrain problem, yeah.
Gotcha.
They both fail.
6 points to each of them. And that is Renard's turn.
Sizzle, sizzle, pop.
That's a bloodied hobgoblin.
There is a reason why I'm kiting these things, essentially. I'm not gonna just run in there and not get help.
They're gonna slam onto the dwarves. Moving forward to engage, and they're gonna do 3 attacks. 1 with its bite and 2 with their claws. So 2 bites, 6 claws. 1, 2, 3, 4 claws, excuse me.
Good tanks, right?
Alrighty.
These are actually all dwarven wizards.
Bite, hit, claw hit for the first one, 16 to the first dwarf. And it's a crit on the other. 10, 14, 24 points of damage to another. The dwarves are hearty, and they are doing just fine from that attack.
Got what we paid for. We paid 6,000 gold for this, guys, for these dwarves to be here.
Worth.
Every penny well spent.
Worth.
This one's going to come around the corner and take a shot at Core. And misses. This one's going to come around the corner. Actually, I'm sorry. This one's going to come to here and let out a screech of surprise as he Wilhelms his way down into one of the many pits left by 23.
Alright,
That-
Kevin?
One of y'all Warforged.
It's the smart one.
I love Goblin Wyhelm.
Horse
It's gonna
smart.
shout.
Better.
It's like core?
It's gonna shout out. Shame you ran all this way just to die.
You're awful.
Tempest, your turn.
I'll continue making. Oh, that's not the moving. I'm gonna go down here. This one looks. There we go. That one looks rough, right?
The southernmost one, yes.
So I'm at a hobgoblin.
Oh, the center hobgoblin. Yeah, he's not. Oh, yeah, he's hurt.
I'm launching a shot at him. I think I'm out of the way of anyone who I could put. Well, dwarves, but you know, what are you gonna do? That's a 27. So I'm gonna go with a 7 points of damage to him.
He's dead.
And I'm gonna come down here and I'm gonna, very much out of Core's way, fire Whisper at 24. For 14 points of piercing damage at this one.
He's dead.
I'll just kind of come up slowly behind Core, like, how you doing?
Well, I sounded like something like an arrow hit Kevin earlier. What was that?
You know, really, we don't talk about such things.
In your distraction core, as Tempest comes up, a hobgoblin comes screeching around the
fuck.
corner with a great sword over both shoulders and tries to do a Monster Hunter Dara attack on you.
No!
As you lean back and you feel the air almost get sliced in half right in front of you as it
Look out for that one!
You could have reached out and kissed it for how close it was because it rolled just under your AC.
Phrase her hood a little bit and she's
Yeah. How dare! Your bright silvery cloak now has a tear in it. Well, that's his turn. Gore, your turn.
So how did you do weapon swapping in this one? Was it a bonus action?
So it's a use an object action. You can either drop it and draw one, or draw one and lose it.
Considering my darts are part of me, do you want to just say I can't use them again for the fight?
It takes you, you're using an action turn to stow them away.
Okay. I'd like to use my whip because I just got that and it's shiny.
So you can actually eject the case as you're using object action and draw your weapon all in one action.
Okay, and I can attack this turn as well, or no?
It's the equivalent of dropping a weapon. Yes.
Okay.
So your darts away, the whip comes out. 11 does not hit.
Do I get extra attack or no? 'Cause
Yeah.
I switched. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Whip it good.
I want you to do well.
Whip of Wormlord Oogway.
That's still an 11.
I mean, if you add those together, though, it's a 22.
Oh, how I managed to roll the same thing. Whatever.
Trust me,
Magic.
it happens often.
It's a magic weapon.
That would be my turn then.
All right. Seeing as how the dwarves jumped in, I might as well too. I will move up boop to boop. Actually, I can just go
Boop-a-da-boop.
10, 20, and I'll stab him with an Ari, and then follow up with a shadow blade.
Bye, Tempest.
What?
All right. I'm assuming that hits.
You actually
Actually,
hit
stand from
something.
your chair, so I was saying
I
bye.
did it.
Oh.
All right. 12 with some sneak attack on top.
Snookatook.
All right.
Snookatuka.
And then bonus action attack him with the shadow blade.
Tickety, tickety.
Not as good.
You have advantage because it's dim light, isn't it?
Is it dim light? There's a torch right there.
Oh yeah, torch right there. Never mind.
Yeah. Like I said, my friends made sure to get rid of all the dim light.
No, you're
For you
not.
specifically, Roman.
So,
Actually,
I
I think the dim light is coming from 23 there, because that's within 10
it's
feet
everywhere.
of him. Just
It's
within 10 feet of him.
He's making light. That's making light.
So next time, let us know Shadowblade needs you to be in dim light, because I didn't know that.
That's why
I
I was
mean-
like, I press up to the wall in dim light with my shadow.
Bless
blade.
you.
I'm sorry that we lit everything up, but you not having advantages and
What
we
did
can
you
all see
guess?
sounds like a good exchange.
I don't know these things. I'm not
I
a
like
warlock.
being able to see things.
All right. 23.
Okay.
My dog just tore up a bunch of magazines. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20 here.
Difficult terrain.
He's got 20.
I've got 40 feet of movement.
Barbarian.
E.
advantage.
Moves in Barbarian. I'm going to hit him once
Moves in
with
rage.
Frostbrand.
Okay.
I am raging. Also, I'm going to zap him. for 1 point of lightning damage.
Yeah.
Classic
Oh, it's
Zach.
back.
Classic 23
What?
damage.
Miss with the first one, and then the second attack, I'm going to shove it into the pit.
Wow. Rude.
I love it.
Well, anyway, that's a miss.
Pungy sticks. Pungy
So I
sticks.
think that's an athletics versus strength.
Yeah.
attacks.
Go ahead.
And I have advantage because I'm raging.
Real good.
Yep.
Roll well. Oh my
15.
god.
Unfortunately, as you try to shove it, the beast just seems to dig its claws.
Oh, Connor, come back.
It does not get shoved. Come back, Connor.
He needs a
I know.
hug.
My dog is tearing up magazines.
Oh,
Okay.
I feel that. I feel
Just put
that.
your headset on your dog and let him play.
Moves in Barbarian is almost as good as hashtag favorite terrain, Surrounded.
Anywho, how far am I from Roman right now?
Sit.
Perfect. I'm gonna move to here.
Sit.
No, wait. I'm gonna move to here because now I'm not behind Renard. And I'm gonna do my musket shot at this one, and we're gonna see what happens from there.
18 will hit.
Is it dad?
It does not.
Is it dad now?
10, you didn't even
Hit.
hit it. There's a pupper on the screen!
The pupper had headsets on.
Well, I did what I could.
It's a pupper. Okay.
Yeah. That's
All right. Cerulean.
Is this one up in the air,
No,
or is it on the ground now?
they don't fly. They more like
Okay, then
Manta bunny.
you wouldn't have cover because of the dwarves, right?
he said hopefully.
Figured I'd ask. Sure, I'll shoot at this one.
Okay.
one hit for each dwarf.
Pretty much. Nope, I hit the dwarf anyway.
The natural ones tonight.
Make an attack roll again.
Damn.
That would have been great for the Manticore, honestly.
At least
Oopsies.
it wasn't actually one hit for
Full
each
damage.
dwarf.
Okay, thank God.
You know, Kevin, you'll get over that shot to the face. It's fine.
There is a
Face.
and you hear, what the bloody fuck?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The dwarves have changed teams.
It's windy. It's hard to hit things.
This one now. Watch your another edge. 21.
Oh shit!
I had a laugh. Rolled a 1 and shot him again.
Well, you have 3 Eldritch Blasts now?
No, I only get 2. I get 3 at 10th, I think.
The second was to
roll
see if
for-
he hit the dwarf.
14.
Oh, gotcha.
Kind of like how I rolled to hit you.
Yeah, I'm picking it up.
All right, he is still alive.
And then I will stay there.
All right, the dwarves are going to start doing dwarf things.
Drinking.
Are they drinking? That's what I was about
It's
to say.
it's very racist that everybody said drinking there.
It's like grumbling.
I was gonna say, are they gonna pull out their axes and finally hit something?
Are they gonna hold a grudge against Cerulean?
So these ones are actually going to have advantage because of pack tactics.
It's like they
Oh, I was gonna say, oh no.
I'm about it. I'm about it.
This one gets hacked into tiny bits. Oh yeah, he's definitely dead. As you watch this Manicore just go down in a flurry of battle axe strikes, as much like a Doomslayer getting his hand on a chainsaw.
Who's up for magical burgers?
This one's going to make a couple of attacks, also with advantage, because of pack tactics. And we'll hit twice. For 13 damage. And that is the dwarves' turn. Reynard, once again, it is your turn.
They seem like they've got this Manicore pretty much handled. I'm going to move 15 feet to here. I can still just see it, but I'm going to do this as I move anyways. I'm going to pull out the Wand of Web again. And I'm going to web up a 20-foot square right in here. Just
That's a
tether it
house.
between those two buildings.
Oh. Okay. So you just bukkake somebody's house, but instead that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I'm tethering it between those two buildings.
All right. Slightly less creepy.
Oh no, I've got disadvantage on the shots now.
You always.
I was kidding.
This. You got that.
Oh, roll 20 while you do this. Okay.
All right, and that is Renard's turn.
All right.
I love the wand of web, guys. It's already so useful.
Refreshing my page on the off chance that will actually not look blurry.
At least it's not the web of wonder.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
Don't
sure. Renard,
remind him.
Yeah, Roman, where's that wand of wonder?
Oh, I've got plans.
Oh
It's
no.
being saved.
It's waiting for the
plans.
dragon.
Before this campaign ends, there is going to be a fucking elephant.
There will be, yes.
That was 23's quest, man. Get the war elephant.
That's the surprise victory condition of our campaign. Find an elephant.
So anyway, the Manicore is going to make some attacks. It's going to swing its claws twice at 23 and bite at the dwarf. And will miss all of those attacks. I'm sorry, no. You are clawed for 4 points of slashing, reduced to 2. The Hobgoblin is dead. He does not have a turn anymore. Tempest.
This guy looks pretty webbed up, or is he just kind of on the other side?
Start of his turn.
I'm sorry?
He doesn't make the save until the start of his turn, so he's
Yep.
not webbed yet.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna shoot the Manticore. I'm gonna stay here because otherwise I might shoot Renard. Right here, I might just shoot a dwarf.
Okay.
This is preferable to shooting Renard. That's whoa. That's a 30.
That will
I
hit.
think we've already shot that dwarf too, so he expects it now.
Maybe, who knows? Anyway, that's a 12
Well,
to
it
that
dropped
guy.
his loyalty point. If you drop it enough, they turn on us. It's like any good RPG.
And then a 20.
That'll hit as well.
So 12 and 14 to the Manticore.
All right.
If he's still looking alive, I'm gonna throw a War Priest in there.
Still alive.
I'll throw a War Priest in there. Here comes third shot. 22.
That'll hit.
7.
Still alive.
Yeah, that wasn't nearly as good. All right.
All right.
That's my turn. I'm not gonna deal with the web one.
The one who is webbed is going to make a save. Eventually. He natural 20s it. And he is going to attack Cole. I can move over here. He's going to go up to you, Tempest.
I'm sorry.
Moving past Core.
Opportunity attack?
Core does get one.
Murder him!
Make whippings.
Oh no, it's not technically out of her range.
Yeah, no, I have a 10 feet now.
She doesn't get an opportunity attack yet.
But you can use your warcaster. You can use the spell if you want.
Oh,
It's
that's
not her
right.
opportunity range.
Long,
You can viciously mock him as he runs away from you.
as long as it's a single target.
You bloody coward!
And it's just a little performance anxiety, darling. I'll get it right. And of course, snaps the whip at him. And that'll be my vicious mockery.
All right. It's 2 attacks against Tempest, both of which will miss their roll of 4 and 5. Core, your turn.
That was for my opportunity attack there.
Right.
Yeah,
and
she couldn't use the whip.
He turns around and looks almost aghast at you at those words. He failed save.
And now I will use my whip.
Okay.
Whip it good.
14 does not hit. 8 does not hit.
Never be able to hit again.
Whip it bad.
Someone else's turn now.
If it weren't for gravity, you probably would miss the ground.
Ha.
Ouch.
Roman.
All right.
Roman, do the right thing, Roman. Put it in the hole.
How am I gonna put it in the hole?
Elephants.
I was like, how's
Roman.
he gonna do that?
Do the right thing. Punch it in the face.
Roman, do the right thing. Elephants.
And same thing as last time. Inari Shadowblade.
Just kill it.
Just make it dead.
You killed it. It had 1 health left.
No,
Ah!
23 kicks it in the hole.
You can give up your turn to do that.
Well, there's nothing else I can do.
Worth.
All right.
No, you'll reveal the trap.
We're done with this area.
Okay.
And then for movement, I'd go 5, 10, 15, 20 there.
Okay. Kevin.
Really, that fixed it. Sorry. I zoomed out and it fixed my.
I'm gonna
my
drink a health
issues.
potion.
Okay. Add 2 to that. So 5 health back to you. Why did you just roll /2d4?
Because I just had the macros about my screen, so it was faster for me to click 1d4, 1d4.
I just made a regular health potion macro.
That's a bonus action for you. What's your main action?
I don't see anything living, so
Kill it!
kill what? Oh,
Kill it!
I totally glossed over him. I just my eyes went directly past him towards all the red X's. Yeah, shoot.
Make
There's
it
what-
dead!
Listen, he's in our battle lines, so he was kind of blending in, you know.
Yeah, Roman's been a hobgoblin so many times you just kind of forgot.
Yeah, he's the new member of the party.
I didn't even look in our battle lines. I looked at all the enemy battle spots.
All right.
I don't think a 9 kills it though.
I trudged through this fucking snow. Cool.
No regrets.
No regrets at all. Fire at this hobby goblin.
No regrets.
Nope.
It's probably. Oh.
Nope.
So close. So close.
Oh.
That's fine.
It's okay, I know the feels.
Not like I have a +8 or anything. It's whatever.
Renard.
Reynard will cast Acid Splash on the remaining hobgoblin.
Yeah.
Won't that affect Tempest?
No.
Oh, good.
It's a creature, and it flashes to a creature of my choice within 5 feet. I don't have to target.
Okay.
But
He
would
fails
that
to
just be your choice?
I got sad for a
You're my
second.
choice now. Okay. Manicore's dead. Don't get a turn. And actually, as you hear as he starts dissolving into this goopy pile, Picard style, right in front of you.
Oh wow, he was that close
Ew,
to death. Cool.
gross.
Oh, gross. Oh, I'll kick it away.
All
Oh,
right.
it stinks.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
And then we all turn to cannibals.
That will conclude the first wave and part 1 of the Battle of Crimson Way. Look forward to tomorrow as they engage the remaining waves of this particular battle, and then the fun begins.
Wait, tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Next week.
Yeah,
next
or a
week.
surprise
sorry.
D&D session.
I'm fine with it, but that's
Next week. I'm sorry. I play so much D&D, it feels like tomorrow. My week flashes by how much I miss you guys.
Aw.
I mean, if you want to make it tomorrow, I'm just saying.
We're going crap on it.
I can do tomorrow.
Oh god, we're actually gonna figure
Picard's going, no, you fuckers, no.
Sure,
He's
wants
like-
a day off.
All right, guys.
We
I
have
hope
other
you all-
quality content on Thursdays.
Yes.
I hope you all had a wonderful time watching the show. I enjoyed listening to them take up a lot of time debating on how to engage a street fight. Also the dog. If you like this content,
Sorry.
like, subscribe, give a look at other content, and I think that's all I got.
Beach is next week.
Yeah. All right, guys.
So next week's when we all die.
I
Yes.
hope you guys didn't use too many of your resources in those first 2 fights.
I saved most of them actually.
I still got a shit ton of healing lights left.
All
was-
my superior would die.
We'll see.
I was whipping and doing nothing, so I used no resources.
I've used 2 spells, and my cannon is going to be gone by the next fight.
I used 2 webs and a fire.